Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of the D&D Live Play show known as SOTC after our 3-week-long break. I am your Dungeon Master, Aiden Yolo, surrounded by my friends and family. Thank you all for joining me on this lovely, lovely Wednesday evening to have a fun adventure in the Forgotten Realms. If you would like to follow myself on Twitter or Instagram, you can find me at Nevrint over there, and you can get the most up-to-date notifications on when I go live or when the newest episode of SOTC is uploaded over on the YouTube channel, or you can follow here at twitch.tv/Nevrint. Make sure to have your notifications turned on so you know when we go live or when I myself go live personally. And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel Nevrint. And again, make sure you have notifications on so that you can know when this brand new episode goes up over there, and you can catch it there. Yes, Sophie? You made a face. I thought you were about to say something.
No.
I see.
Just really quietly.
Oh, I see. I thought you made a face. Well,
you're calling Sophie out, man.
Anyway, this lovely D&D game is played every single Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, or uploaded onto YouTube every Sunday at 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. Still need to get last week's episode up, though. I'm running a little behind on that. But yes, so make sure to check back weekly for brand new episodes of this wonderful adventure. Let's go ahead and dive into tonight's episode of SOTC. Previously, after the Shield of the Coast had returned home to find their comrade and friend Rainier Neverember being held hostage by Velfi, a teal tiefling who Pyra had traveled with for a large portion of her life, they ended up being somewhat forced into a mission that Velfi needed aid with, hunting down an obscure rumor of some mysterious artifact that is potentially hidden in the Sword Mountains. After doing what they can to secure it, traveling further northward to try and find any clues as to what might have happened to Velfi's own traveling party after they had become separated due to the cataclysmic event of rifts tearing open all over the world. After only about a 2-day journey, the Shield ended up reaching the section of the mountain range that they were due to search, and were able to begin their climb, and through a tremendous amount of luck, stumbled across a strange obelisk with abyssal writings, giving warnings to stay away. At least, they would be warnings for more common folk, but for seasoned adventurers, they seemed to read more akin to invitations. Enticing, daring further pursuance. After reading these writings aloud, Orladar seemed to set off a bit of a trap that damaged and caused certain afflictions across the entire party, but also caused the mountain's wall to crumble away and reveal a further interior into the mountain. After Zoria was able to solve a tricksy little puzzle, including skull and bone keys and keyholes that spat different damaging effects out of them, the party continued deeper into the mountain until they found themselves trapped in a large chamber with 4 identical stone statues towering above all of their heads. And after Urubos and Pyra's handsiness was left unsupervised, they seemed to activate these 4 golems that were revealed to have crystal orbs in each of their chests that were able to exert powerful effects through the use of the 4 natural elements. But once they were able to figure out how they worked, and through a tough fight, disabled each of the golems, removing the crystal orbs from their chests, the Shield of the Coast then faced off against their most formidable foe to date, a solid wall.
So difficult. Doesn't even fucking try me. I couldn't hit it. I couldn't do anything. I don't got no brain.
Eventually, after so much trial and error, Pyra almost dying to a wall, mostly due to myself completely missing things the party had said through the insanity and laughter. Eventually, they placed each orb into the spherical indents in the wall, and it fell away, revealing a dark corridor leading ever on. They pushed into the hall in fears that the wall might close again, trapping them in the large chamber once again, and decided to set up their magical dome to take just a quick 8-hour nap so that Pyra doesn't die from stubbing a toe. Only after, of
It was
course,
a lot worse
messaging
than that.
Velphi about their time frame and realizing that they are effectively an entire day ahead of the schedule that Velphi had previously laid out for them after they took the risk of a more difficult time to cut through the small forest instead of going all the way around it, which was the time frame Velphi had told them about. And so, that is where we are now. So, as a few of you are just collapsing on the stone floor in your tiny hut, the rest of you that aren't inches from death leisurely going about getting out rations to eat a snack, bandaging up any wounds, applying salves to burns. How do you all go about taking this rest in this dark corridor?
Okay, who's going first?
I thought we decided on this last week that Orladar cast. Sorry, not last week, last session, before we ended, that Orladar cast Tiamat's tiny hut, and then we all got in it.
Yes, Liamon's tiny hut. You and any one of you that isn't Orladar can move freely out of it. So yes, Orladar just finished ritual casting this. There's this arcane bubble, and so I'm just asking how you all are going about taking this rest.
Well, I think somebody should keep watch, unless we have some kind of an alarm system that we can set. Urbos, what's up?
I'll keep watch. Kinda.
Okay.
Or like attempts to get up. I can help
No,
do
you
watch.
can't. No, you
Fall
can't.
straight back to the floor.
Ira, no, you can't.
I hurt my toe.
Yeah. You heard a lot of things.
Need a rest.
We need to sleep. I would like to sleep. That's my rest.
Yeah.
I would like to curl up in a ball on the floor. And sleep.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I'd like to ask laying on the floor, turn to Orladar. Orladar,
What?
would you help me with something later?
Sure. What do you need?
Would you teach me something? I don't know. Help me. My brain sucks, bro. Like, sucks. Like, really bad.
No, it doesn't.
So
You're
bad.
very smart.
Did you see me during that last fight? I was
Yeah.
stuck there. Stuck there.
Listen, we all struggled. What
Just
do you need
tutor
help
me.
with?
I don't know. Tutor me in something. You've got a strong brain.
Tutor you in anything?
Teach me how to protect my brain.
Okay.
Do you do
First
that?
thing you gotta do is read a lot. You already do
fuck.
that.
I do read a lot, but like fun stuff. Like
Yeah, I know. You like
stuff
to
about adventurers and
yes.
stuff like that. Ugh,
I know.
not
I've
history
been to the
books.
library.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one that writes smut fan fiction.
Listen,
As
you know,
far
I
as
know
everyone
what
there
people
knows.
want. I know what the people want, or at least they think I do because you made it look like that. Yeah. Let's
All I'm
get some
saying is that
sleep
you
now,
could, like,
though, because I am
Make
wiped
some
out.
money. Yeah, but like later, just help me fix my brain.
You got it.
Thanks. Okay, I'm going to bed now. I hurt.
Okay, get some sleep.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, then that's why I wanted to use my Bluetooth earbuds, but they don't want to work.
John, can you say something? I don't know if we can hear you very well.
I was muted. I wasn't saying anything.
Oh.
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You sound robotic, is what I'm trying to say.
It is true.
Sad.
All right, it'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
It do be like that most times for this campaign.
Unfortunately. Okay. So Urbos is gonna take the first watch,
Yeah.
and so the rest of you are just sort of lying down, sitting.
Yes, going to sleep
Yeah.
right now.
I'm gonna opt not to take a watch at all. I'm gonna sleep like straight the fuck through, face straight on the floor,
Okay.
pancaked.
Well, cause yeah, you can either nobody can take a watch and you can get your rest done in 8 hours, or 3 people can take a watch and you can get the rest done in 9 hours. Taking the extra time so that everybody can get a full a full 8 hours of rest. But also, you don't have to sleep for the full 8 hours. It's mostly just sort of sitting, doing nothing strenuous.
I'll take the second watch.
Okay. So you guys are gonna set up for watches. Is anybody gonna opt to take the third watch?
I can take the third watch.
Okay. Okay, so as you all are sort of getting ready to take your rest, Urbos, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Do you
First
have dark
roll of
vision?
the night. Oh, he does not. Does he?
No, but I do have my moon touch sword.
All right, are you gonna keep it unsheathed to use the light? Okay, then go ahead and just make a perception check. Straight roll.
Drum roll. First roll of the night.
First roll of the night, yeah. First roll back after 3 weeks.
I remember this now. It's terrible.
Shh.
Not this roll. This is 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Be scared. Be very scared.
Okay. So Urbos, you sit up during your watch, keeping your moon-touched sword unsheathed, sort of holding it out like a lightsaber in the dark hall, just lighting 15 or so feet ahead of you. You listen to the silentness. You hear your comrades around you breathing, some more raspy and tired than others. Every once in a while, Pyra will shift and moan a little bit. But other than your 4 friends, you do not hear or sense anything else within this pitch black tunnel that just continues forward. And your watch comes to a close. Unless there's anything else you would like to do or say during your watch.
I'd say he gets these shadow fights with his echo.
All right.
It's a little practice.
Honing your control. All right. You wake Orladar up for the second watch. Urbos beds down to try and get a little bit of sleep. Orladar, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Just a straight roll, because you have the dark vision from the belt.
Okay. Perception. That is a 22.
22, all right.
Hell yeah. Good rolls, good rolls,
Sort
good
of
roll.
take a moment. Even with dark vision, you can't see much else other than the sort of gray outline of this hall continuing forward. Take a second, close your eyes, and just sit in the stillness of the air. Again, you hear nothing more than your friends around you shuffling on top of their bedrolls, the crinkling and clanging of their bags and weapons. Pyra, while you're asleep, I would like to ask you to either make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage or a perception check with disadvantage. You get to choose.
Ooh, well. Okay. Constitution with advantage or perception
Or
with
perception
disadvantage.
check with disadvantage.
I'm gonna do Constitution.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw with advantage, please.
It's a 16.
A 16?
Yes.
Okay.
I hate that. I'm so scared.
Oh no.
Your sleep continues unhindered.
Oh no, what did I do?
Just blackness behind your eyes.
Oh.
Timber.
Not a saving throw, right? Because that would like really change the number.
What? Yeah, I said a Constitution saving throw or a perception check.
Oh my god. Okay, then it was a 19.
Okay.
If not, I don't know if that helps any, but I'm still scared.
Nope. You already rolled too high for the thing to have happened. So,
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Timber,
See,
as you bed down, you roll out your bedroll, what have you, get a little snack. Eventually, in the dark, quiet tunnel, you close your eyes to rest. Your muscles sore, fur singed. As your vision fades to black, suddenly you feel wind rushing past your face. You blink your eyes open, and the blackness turns into deep greens and browns streaking past your vision as you're running, leaping from branch to branch through the familiar treetops of the eastern forests. As you're running, you look down and see your much smaller, younger body. Torn, dirty trousers, a cloth, threadbare shirt that you found abandoned on the forest floor. You feel your matted, dirty fur, twigs and leaves and dirt tangled in it, pulling on your skin tight against your ribs. You hear your stomach grumble, and you feel the pain. Haven't eaten in days. You just heard a carriage pass by on this road. There's usually not too much traffic, but every once in a while someone will pass by. Supplies being transported, just someone on their way toward the coastline. Even if it is just someone on their own personal journey, they have to have something to eat for their travels, right? You continue running, leaping, staying as silent as you can, which you're used to staying out of sight. After a moment, you see it through the trees. You come up beside it, up in the canopy. It's not too difficult to keep up with, just sort of at a walking pace. You see an older-looking human man sitting up at the front, leading the horses, big straw hat, chewing on a long piece of wheat, and a similarly aged human woman sitting beside him. It looks like farmers transporting their own goods, probably, in a large covered wagon. There's probably plenty of different kinds of food down there. They'd have to be able to spare some of it, even an apple or two. But you know humans. You've been scolded before. You felt their hate and their fear of the unique and unknown. Timber, what are you doing?
Which timber? Which timber in time? Big Timber watching the little Timber?
You're not watching the little Timber. You are the little Timber. You do not see this from a third-person perspective. You are there in your younger body from your childhood. You look around, you're keeping up through the trees, just watching this carriage go along this road. You hear the couple murmuring to each other. You're just keeping pace up above it.
Is it an uncovered carriage?
It is covered. You cannot see what is inside, but you've profiled people before. You can tell. You feel your stomach shift once again.
I'm gonna drop down to the forest floor and run up behind the cart. Try to jump in.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a stealth check without your proficiency bonus. So just your dexterity.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
8.
You drop. Feel like you land silently. You don't hear any reaction. You start running up. You sort of knock your knee against the wood. You're sitting in the carriage, and you just see celery. You see big heads of lettuce. You see tomatoes. You see a bin of apples, just full to the brim. As soon as you get inside, you sort of feel the whole carriage sort of shift from your movement. And you hear, whoa! The carriage comes to a stop.
I jump out. I grab an apple and I jump out and I run away.
as you're running, you hear, "Hey thief, get back here!" And this old man starts taking off after you.
Run, little Timber.
I take a bite out of the apple, and I keep running. Is he catching up to me?
He looked sort of older, but he didn't look like decrepit or anything, and he is keeping pace. Go ahead and roll for initiative, Timber.
Ooh.
And subtract your proficiency bonus
Ouch.
from the roll.
What does that mean?
So on your character sheet, you should have a little box that says proficiency bonus.
Did you say roll initiative?
Yes, roll initiative, but you do not have advantage because you do not have the sword.
Oh.
The advantage is from the sword that you have. So
Okay.
so it's just a dexterity check, but I'm telling you to subtract your proficiency bonus.
So just don't roll with it. Don't roll with advantage.
No, so don't roll with advantage. So what was your roll?
3,
Okay, and then you add your dexterity bonus,
4 is a 7.
and then I want you to subtract your proficiency bonus, which should be over to the right of your ability scores. A little box that says proficiency bonus.
You also have inspiration, which means that you can re-roll any roll. If you so choose.
Think maybe not. That's gonna be a 4.
Okay. Timber, as you're running, you try to take a bite of this apple, and you trip on you trip up. Your foot gets caught on a large root. You fall to the ground, and this old man runs up behind you and puts just like a sort of walking staff up against your throat, and he says, "What do you think you're doing, little kid?"
Can I try to kick the staff off of my throat or like hit it off?
You could go ahead and try. Go ahead and
What do I roll?
make just another dexterity check.
21.
21. You kick it off. You kick it off, and you try and scramble. Away, and he leaps on top of you and sort of rolls you over and puts the staff up against your throat. He says, "You think stealing's funny? Do you realize how much hard work I've gone through?"
Starving.
Friggin' tabaxi. He grabs the apple that you've already taken a bite out of and sort of kicks off.
I spit at him, and then I run the other way.
So Timber, he just sort of doesn't pay you any mind, and he just continues walking back to his carriage. As you're running, Timber, something shoots past your vision, and suddenly you are stopped in the middle of a road by this deep green vine. It's just sort of across your chest. Do you stop? Sort of like in front of you. Sorry, just at your chest level is what I'm saying. What do you do?
Did the old man turn around? He's still walking?
No, he is hopped up into his carriage and started to make his way.
I don't know. Guess I stop. Maybe I follow them again.
Which do you do?
Do
you start following the carriage again?
Guess I'm gonna follow them again, yeah.
All right. As you are trying to catch back up to this carriage,
Further distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you go to try and catch back up to this carriage. Suddenly, two large vines sort of make an X in the ground, blocking your path again.
Is there something around me? Can I perception
Go ahead and
check?
make a perception check. If you have proficiency in it, do not add your proficiency bonus. So just wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yep. Just a straight wisdom roll.
11.
11. You sort of look around. You don't see anything in sort of like the darker, heavier parts of the forest. Suddenly you hear a... Confused, you turn around just in time to see a tall, slim, elven figure stepping out of what looks like a split in one of the tree trunks. You see the sort of like bright green light flashing from within the tree, and as they step out, you watch the tree close once again. Silver hair down past their waist, just loose behind the two accentuated ears. As they step closer, you see two bright orange eyes in this darker toned skin that looks like it has sort of like gold shimmers, sort of like flowing, weaving atop their skin. They're in gray, comfortable looking robes with a green sash tying around their waist. They wave their hand, and the two vines recede back into the ground. And they step up behind you, arms behind their back. And they say, "Hello, little one."
Ah!
They take a knee down so that they're sort of like eye level with you. "Do you have a name?"
Don't remember it.
Is there something you would prefer to be called, or should I make something up for you?
I haven't thought about that.
Well, he looks up. You seem to like the trees, yes?
I do.
What about Timber? Do you like that name?
I do.
My name is Gale. It's a pleasure to meet you, Timber. And he holds out his hand.
Did you come out of the tree?
He turns and looks. I did. Yes.
How?
He sort of waves his hand over the ground, and you see a similar vine start to push up throughout the push up through the dirt, and sort of comes up to in front of your face, and then suddenly you watch as an apple rapidly grows at the end of the vine. Go on. I presume you're hungry.
Sniff it?
It sniffs like the sweetest apple you've ever had. You hear your stomach go again.
It sniffs like the sweetest apple.
It sniffs like the sweetest apple.
I take a bite.
I wasn't gonna say it. It's like so...
I couldn't let it go.
It's just an apple. It's the most delicious apple you've ever eaten. Timber, would it be accurate for me to assume you have no family? Not even siblings, younger or older?
I don't remember them, if they exist.
I'm very sorry. What if I were to tell you that I know of a place that can help you?
Where?
It's just along in the forest. It is a community to help those with nowhere else to go. We are self-sustaining, everyone does their part, but everyone works together to help those that cannot help themselves. Would you like to come give it a look with me?
Yes.
Sort of stands up from his knee. Come. And he walks up to another tree, a different one from the one you watched him step through. And he waves his hand to the side, and you watch as the tree trunk begins to split open in the middle. You watch as this sort of like bright green light flashes for a second and then dissipates, and you step up and you look through the tree and you see this large stone structure, tall tower, a couple different buildings. You see various races of children running around playing like a kickball game. You see a small red-skinned boy with sort of two little horns just poking out either side. You see a dark-skinned human boy. You see a girl that has sort of pale blue skin that her hair is sort of floating in the air. And you see sort of like movement within her skin itself, and they're running around kicking a ball together. You see another human, and walking beside the male human, a large female-looking figure with pale gray skin and dark scrolling tattoos all over their body, and they're both just carrying big baskets full of clothes, it looks like. Gale looks at you and says, "It will only be open for a few seconds. Would you like to step through?"
I step through.
You step through and you fall through, and you turn around and you see within another tree. You turn around and you watch the elven figure of Gale step through the tree, and you watch as that road that you have sort of scoured for unsuspecting carriages, things that you might be able to pick up from people dropping on their route through this tree, and you watch as it sinks shut. And Gale looks down at you and he says, "Come, I'll show you around." Do you follow?
Yes.
As you walk further into this sort of like small wooded gate, it looks like it was sort of around where the kids were playing their kickball game. The image just around you, everything starts to fade back into white and then black. Orladar, during your watch, as you're just keeping an eye out, it's very quiet, so it's extremely easy for you to hear this. Suddenly you just hear, you turn around and you watch as Timber is sort of just clutching their chest, sleeping on their bedroll. You see the faintest bit of green light start glowing from both of their paws. And you watch as a little twig starts poking out from between two of their peats, as it were, and it starts just growing up their paw and wrapping around their wrist.
Interesting.
As Orladar, your watch comes to a close.
Mm-hmm. Wake Timber up.
Timber, you sort of feel jostled awake, and Orladar, you watch as Timber wakes up. The green light, just the faint green light, starts to fade, and the sort of the wooden twig that was wrapping around their wrist just sort of crumples and fades into ash. Just dissipates. Timber, as you're jostled awake by Orladar.
Gently.
Yep. Yeah, just a gentle shake.
You ready to take over the watch? Yeah. You ever have anything weird happen when you're awake with green light and twigs?
As Orladar's talking to me, I'm like patting my body and I'm like patting the ground around me. to like check who I am with twigs. Twigs.
You okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I woke you up, you had some green light coming out of your paws, and then a little green twig started growing up your wrist. See that ash right there on the ground?
There's nothing there. There's nothing physical there. It didn't like physically crumple into. It's sort of like that's what it looked like, and then just sort of dissipated and disappeared.
And then I woke you up, and then it disappeared. Does that ever happen when you're awake?
No, not from me. I had a weird dream. It's more like a memory.
Oh. Okay. Was it good? Was it a good memory?
Yeah.
So it was a happy twig.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, well, it's been real quiet. Nothing happened on my watch, so if you feel like you can handle it, I'm gonna get some more rest.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Timber, if you could make a perception check for me, please.
$11.
11? Okay. Same as the other two. Complete silence. The rustling of your compatriots. Just sitting there, alone with your thoughts. Is there anything anything in particular you would like to do, or anything like that during your rest?
No.
Or during your watch?
I was just a little rattled by that, so I've been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that heavily.
Yep. All right. Well, that was such great timing because as Timber, as your watch comes to a close, what? I see. Oh, Ruthie, are you all good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Are you good? Is Sophie good?
Yeah, no, she really had to pee, but she didn't want to miss that.
Okay. Okay.
Timber, I will say one thing that you noticed during your watch, sort of near the end of your watch, an hour or so into it, you do look over at Zoria, who is sleeping, still clutching her staff that she just recently got working, and you watch as sort of all of the gems give off a faint poof of light, and there's sort of this like dust-like energy that just goes like and dissipates across the whole thing, and then it all goes back to looking like normal.
Hello, Timora.
But yeah, you all wake up from your rest. You all can go ahead and mark the long rest on your character sheets. Oh. All right, what are you all doing? Shield of the Coast? Oh no, Ruthie has something in her eye. That's what they be doing.
Now it's morning time. Now it's time to do things.
Well, you have no idea what time it is.
Oh, you're right, but we've woken up.
You all just woke up from a long rest.
Listen, it's our morning. Whatever that means. I don't think any of us are. Yeah, I don't think any of us are wearing our Apple Watches down here. So let's the hut goes poof.
Yep, after exactly 8 hours. So the last hour of rest, Timber, the last hour of your watch while everybody else is finishing up their rest, the dome just goes and dissipates.
And is this a dark tunnel?
Pitch black.
Is this a flat tunnel?
As far as you can see in the darkness, yeah, you can see sort of the faint gray, sort of out like the solidness of the ground and the outline of the tunnel. You can see the walls. It is exactly 10 feet wide, but uneven walls and ceiling. The walls and ceiling are sort of uneven rockiness, but the ground is completely smooth.
Do you guys want some light while we're walking through here? We're gonna put up some light, or should we all just be relying on our dark vision?
Except for
Light would
Urbos.
probably be good, honestly. A little bit of light.
What was that, Tyra? Some light?
A little bit of light would be good. Sorry,
Okay.
my ear is so plugged right now, it's driving me insane.
Oh no. That happened to me the other day.
Can we walk side by side in this tunnel? It's 10 feet.
I think
Two
like
by two?
Timber and Zoria, or pretty much Timber, Zoria, and Pyra are the only ones that can walk side by side next to any of those three. But Urbos and Orladar are both kind of tight when you kind of shoulder to shoulder once you get.
Okay.
If you guys
You try
want,
to be side by side.
I can cast invisibility on myself and go scout ahead real quick, just a little bit, see what's up there.
I suspect this might just be a tunnel that we have to walk for a little bit. So
Yeah,
maybe we
alright.
should all go
think we should
together.
just figure out who's gonna be in front. Gerbos.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And you can use your sword light, right?
Can you see?
I can use the light of
Yeah, you can use that sword light, or I can
Yep.
cast dancing lights, and we can have
Sort
a
of
bunch of lights.
the dull blue light
matter of
fills
fact-
the.
Do you guys want to see far ahead? Because dancing lights, I can send those out 120 feet ahead of us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Good idea.
can you keep like one with us and one
Yeah.
like 60
Yes,
feet and
I
then one sweet.
Exactly. So let's do that.
Light it all up.
And then what order do we want to be in?
I would need
Made
that.
of Glass would like to dibs the middle as always.
Yup.
I'll be in the back.
But yeah, Orladar, you can sort of put one at the max range of 120 feet ahead, and then you can have one each sort of like dispersed
Yes.
across, so you can see, so you have that light for the entire.
That is what I.
120
That is
feet.
exactly what I'm going to do. I'm also going to put one of them behind Ira, so that
Okay.
if she hears anything back there, she can turn around and there's light.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so Urbos, you are leading the way with the Moon Touch sword out, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And I'm just gonna presume Zoria taking the second slot, then Orladar, Timber, then Pyra. Does that sound good
Sure. That sounds good.
for you all? Okay.
Yep.
So, as you all clean up your things and get ready to push further on into this dark tunnel. By the way, sending it out 120, sending out your lights 120 feet, it just looks like a straight tunnel that just leads on.
Okay.
You all continue on as you get about 120 feet, so like at the end of that light. Once you start walking, you see the path sort of slants down a little bit. You come up to it, and you walk for 15 or 20 minutes, pushing 25 minutes. After you get to that slope down, it sort of slopes down and curves and takes this sort of twisting, winding pathway. You find a few stairs that you have to step down, and just
No
this.
doors. Well, we've been walking. I've been like looking. There's no like.
Go ahead and make
cut
a. Are you keeping an eye out, or are you physically feeling?
No, I'm like. Can I reach?
You cannot. You cannot reach
I
both
did-
ends at the same time. You can't just walk. You
Yeah,
can't just walk. Yeah.
So I'm looking like
Okay.
specifically for like
Make a perception check.
doorway.
Orladar.
That is an 11 plus, I think 3. Let me set. Did you say perception?
Perception check, yeah.
That's a 14.
Okay. You keep a pretty good eye out. You do not notice. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. There are no sort of like hidden splits in the wall or anything like that. I will say you do notice that as you continue further and further, the walls seem to gradually get more and more manufactured looking. Smoother stone, less chopped in, and like there's a point where you think you see like a stone like brick, and then every once in a while there'll be like a few bricks sort of like filling in holes that might have been gaping. Even if you just step over and like try them, all of them seem solid, nothing like being hidden or anything like that.
Okay.
But eventually, after 20-25 minutes of walking this sort of winding, dark hallway that just continues on, you don't even have a sense of direction anymore. You finally come to something. You come to a T intersection. There's a right and a left.
Yes.
Which direction do you guys go?
Well, while we're at the intersection, I would like to send little globules of light down both paths to see what I can see. So 120 feet.
Okay.
What we see.
Sending the globule of light down to the right, you see that it takes a 90-degree turn. Down to the left, you see that it just continues and then dips down.
Okay.
But it just continues straight for a really long time, and then dips down, and you can see no further than that.
All right.
Go see around what's around that corner. It's like killing me.
Do we want to go around the corner or down, down, down?
Let's just look down that corner hallway first, and then we'll decide.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we're gonna go right. That's
No, just look down the corner. What's down there?
Okay, but you have to continue. You have to continue right.
Walking that way to get.
You have to keep walking that way to get to the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so do you all continue right, keeping the same marching order?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
As you walk down and you turn the corner, Urebos, if you're still in the lead with your moon touch sword.
Yeah, we don't turn the corner. As Timber said, we peek around the
Okay,
corner.
so you get to the corner and you have to turn around the corner. Even if you're peeking, you're turning around the corner.
Erebos does not peek. Erebos just goes.
I picture
Urebos,
all
you
of
just
our
walk.
heads.
Okay, well.
Erebos just walks.
Okay, well,
top
as
of
you
each
all
other.
stop, Urebos, you turn this corner, and almost immediately after you turn the corner, you see a stone archway that continues into a wider chamber.
Erebos just goes. Really nice whistle.
That was
What?
pretty nice.
I'm gonna run out because I'm curious.
And it just echoes just down the stone tunnel.
I will run forward. I don't care.
This is so cool.
Okay, so Urebos and Pyra, you step into the chamber first.
No, check for traps.
Urebos and Pyra, what are you two doing?
Checking for traps or running right through.
Sure. I guess let's check for traps, Servos.
Okay,
Thank
Pyra,
you.
go ahead and make an investigation check. Where are you checking for traps?
All around the outside of the arch before it goes into
the outside of the arch. Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
You know, believe it or not,
Two.
I'm
Yeah,
actually.
sure.
Can I look at the room?
Right now, Pyra and Urebos are sort of standing in the archway. You can sort of peek into the room. You can see sort of faint bits of light coming from Orladar's globules.
All right, never mind then. I'll let Bunny
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the check.
It's kind of what?
I would like to help Pyra check
All
for
right,
traps.
I'm saying Urebos is already sort of there with her. There's not really enough room because Urebos is standing. By the way, Urebos, did you stop outside of the archway? Did you let Pyra stop you, or did you just go into the room?
Pyra attempt to stop me.
I mean, verbally.
Then I
verbally,
would continue.
Okay, Pyra, what did you roll? We'll say this sort of
Oh. I rolled. Mm-mm.
What did you roll?
That's a 6. I rolled a 2 plus. Oh no, it's not even that good because I was intimidation. It's a 4.
A 4. Okay, so
Four total.
so Orladar yells at you to check for traps. You sort of peek around. Looks good. Nothing there.
All right.
And Uroboros walks into the chamber.
I'll follow behind.
So Uroboros and Pyra.
I love our duo. I love Erebos and Pyra.
You two.
Pyra and Urban.
That duo gives me more
You
anxiety
two
than
walk
anything
into
else
this
in the world.
fairly large chamber, which sort of which has a domed ceiling up on the ceiling, and as you step in, you can see 2 more archways, one to your left and one straight ahead. And in the center of this room, a large raised sort of circular platform. It's only a few inches, poking a few inches out of the ground, and you see this weird looking rune etched into the center of this sort of platform, and it looks like sort of like gemstone, or it looks like a resin table, you know. That's what it looks like, this sort of like clear but sort of lavenderish colored sort of gemstone-like material making up this rune in the center of this large circular sort of raised platform. If you peer down the other archways, it looks like they just continue into further tunnels.
I'm gonna walk up to the raised platform.
I'm going to follow Pyra very closely.
All right.
I will race to get ahead of Pyra on the platform.
No, please don't do that.
Wait, Uroboros, you run up to the top of you run up to the platform?
Yeah.
Do you just like run up to beside it, or you run up onto it?
Uroboros, please.
To like the very last step before I step on, I'll stop there.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, it just sounds like a tired mom.
Okay, so you all sort of step up to this. Zoria, I'm gonna say you're the only one. Timber, are you up next to this sort of raised platform as well?
Yes, but
Alright.
I'm like a step back.
I'll say Zoria and Timber make an intelligence check, just base intelligence. I'm gonna say Uroboros and Pyra weren't even paying close enough attention.
Didn't
notice
even
it.
give me a chance.
Okay, not bad.
Nope.
I'm sorry. What did you say to check? I immediately
Intelligence.
forgot. Okay.
A straight
Oh
intelligence.
no. I need to check my own intelligence.
Zori, what did you get?
15.
Timber?
A flat 6.
Okay, Timber, this sort of weird rune just looks really strange, kind of ugly, honestly. Zoria, as you're sort of looking at it, it does look kind of familiar to you. Not you in particular. It just looks like it resembles the same type of writing that you saw out on the obelisk when you first entered this
Okay.
deep scrolling chamber.
Okay. Well,
Looks like it might be the same writing. But this is just one large rune.
so it's like the writing that said all of the things on the sentences.
Yeah,
Okay.
the large obelisk.
Well, the person who could theoretically read this is not in the room right now.
Yep.
Could I look at the archway? This archway?
Yeah, if you can step up to it, and if you peek your head in, it just looks like a tunnel that continues further and then turns off to the left.
Yeah, is
At
there
some
nothing
point.
special? Nothing special about the archway. There's nothing carved on it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Timber.
Coolioso. It's just Investigation 17.
17. Okay. So Timber, you're looking at this archway. You don't notice anything. You don't notice anything special about the archway. It's just sort of just stone bricks that make up this archway that lead into this tunnel. But as you're looking at this archway, you do catch something out of the corner of your eye. You look up overhead, and you do see more of this same sort of lavender-like sort of gemstone stuff in writing in the ceiling. That it looks like a sentence being sort of written in the same in writing that looks like the same as the rune in the center platform.
Wow. I'm gonna say out loud and just kind of point out and hope that someone
Yeah.
else notices.
Pyro and Urbos are looking at the platform going, wow.
Do either of you step or on it or touch the platform at all?
Don't.
Pyra or Urbos?
Fear. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Give me 1 second to check.
Zoria
love
is
it when you have to
actively
roll for
saying,
your own
don't,
stuff.
Don't do it. Do not. That's a bad idea.
That might make her want to do it even more.
Yeah, actually, to be perfectly honest.
Let me see my wisdom. Aiden,
Yeah.
what do you think would be a good wisdom save for Erebos? So I'd say a 20 would be pretty good.
I'll say 10. Urbos has traveled a little bit. He knows not to be stupid. It's just, will his brain agree?
I like
On the day.
that idea. What about me? I want a wisdom save.
Make a wisdom saving throw DC 10.
Oh.
What did you get,
yeah.
Urbos?
I got an 8.
Damn, close. Pyra,
I got a 10.
you got a 10? Okay, Pyra, you're about to, and you're like, no. You hear Zoria, and you're like, no, I probably shouldn't, especially after what happened with the golems. And as you pull your hand away, you see Urbos drop to his knees and go, and the entire platform sinks to being level with the floor. And you see the rune. Poof, just lights up in this sort of pale lavender color, as does the writing above overhead, making it much clearer to see, and sort of filling this room in this pale lavender light.
Yeah, anyways, Orlando, you want to
Wait.
translate that?
I made like a boom.
What did it say?
You're the only person who can
What?
possibly know.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Oh, so Orladar, I think you are gone. It's written in
Uh,
a different language. It's written on the dais, and it's written, it looks like, on the ceiling.
And it's the same, well, like, hey, look, this looks the same as the writing that was on the outside of everything. Now everyone knows that.
Yeah, Orladar, as you look, you in particular just sort of automatically you see, and this writing does look, I mean, it resembles the same sort of letters and type of writing that you read out on the obelisk.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. What does it
With
say?
what? What are you doing? What are you doing to read it? Because I know you don't speak Abyssal.
I'm using my reading ability.
Great, cool. So what are you doing? Because that's not an ability in D&D. I'm gonna roll a reading check.
I would like to roll a reading check.
Oh yes, I actually, while you were going pee, I mentioned to Timber that during your rest, near the end of your rest, Timber noticed sort of the entire staff go poof, with this faint like golden dust, and it dissipated.
Nice.
So it recharged because the sun went down. When the sun
Yeah.
goes down.
When the sun goes down,
I'm sorry.
baby,
I am. Where's my?
All right, so what are you all doing?
Orladar
I'm
is just having a minute of stress. Okay.
So it's
Hey,
on the
Orladar.
walls?
Don't you have a really cool pair of goggles or something? Does that let you read things?
No. Also,
I don't-
Orladar doesn't
have a
have them
really-
anymore.
I don't have goggles anymore.
Don't you have a really cool spell? Maybe I don't know.
Comprehend.
I thought I did.
Wow, a wizard that has spells? What?
Is the writing on the
Languages,
wall?
Potentially?
It's on the
Uh,
ceiling.
Yeah, it's not on the wall. It's up overhead, directly over the sort of raised platform.
I'm just gonna stare really hard at it and look if I see any patterns in it, like if it's like something repeating over and over again. Because I
Okay,
assume
make a
look the
perception or investigation check, Pyra. What are you doing, Orladar?
Nothing, apparently, because I do not have
Well,
comprehend
damn.
languages prepared.
Well, damn. What are you all gonna do then?
Oh dear.
15.
15. So Pyra, you definitely don't know how to speak Abyssal, or you definitely don't know how to read it.
Yeah. Not at all.
You're looking, and it looks mostly like gibberish to you, but trying to focus on it as like a series of patterns or anything, you do notice like a couple of the runes look the same. Maybe you see a couple of the runes that actually look like the same thing that's on this platform that is now alight.
Do any of them? Because I went up to the obelisk outside. Correct? I looked at it. Did I touch it?
Yeah, you looked at it. I don't think you
Yeah.
touched it.
But can I try to match from my memory any runes on here that look the same as out there, that are the same runed?
I'm gonna say roll just a straight intelligence check, and if you roll a natural 20, you might be able to. But that is really difficult after just seeing something once, and you weren't paying too close attention to it. So yeah, I'll say, but like, you know, nothing's impossible. Some people can have a stroke of luck.
Can I ask Orladar to assist me, or can I help Orladar and be like, hey, why don't you look for things that were similar to what you read outside?
No, because Orladar didn't actually look at the runes as they're written. Orladar used
Looked
a spell.
at it as a bit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to roll a natural 20, please.
Yep. Just see if you roll a natural 20.
D20 gods, please help me here. Oh my god, I'm fucking mad. You guys
Damn.
gotta be kidding me. It's a 19, Aiden, please.
Oh,
it's a
no.
19. It's a 19. Aiden.
You look and you sit there. You sit there for a few minutes, really, really trying. But that is a damn near impossible feat to try and do.
I'm so pissed. I was so close. It's a 19. Gosh. Oh well, I'm at a loss. Maybe we should go down the other hallway in the left, back there. I don't know. None of this looks... I can't read any of this. We can try to copy down the runes so we can read it later when you have comprehend languages. I've got a notebook. I can do that. I'll copy runes.
Here, I'm gonna cast detect magic, since we can't read the runes.
Okay. I'm gonna start copying them down in my journal while you do that, okay?
If you're gonna copy them down, then I'll cast it ritually, just so I don't have to use the spell slot.
Yeah. It's gonna take me some time to copy them down.
Okay.
But I will dedicate multiple pages if needed to copy these runes into my notebook.
Okay.
Okay. Can we wait for 10 minutes? Do you guys feel like we have 10 minutes
Well, I would... Yeah.
to spare?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather have more information than go the wrong way.
Well, I think I can cast it as a...
Yeah, Mom, look at your spell book. Your prepared spells in your spell book should be different, but you can always cast a ritual spell if it has the ritual tag. Even when it's not prepared, you can cast it as a ritual. You just can't use a spell slot.
Okay.
So since you don't have it prepared, you physically cannot just wave your hand and cast it, but you can still take the 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual.
I'm gonna
That's why I
do
say
that.
to double check over your character sheets before games.
I just didn't know I was gonna need that, okay?
I'm still going to copy it down during that 10 minutes so that if we find more writing like this next time, I can try to match it.
And I'll still
Let's
ritually
do that.
cast detect magic.
Yeah.
You're gonna ritually cast detect magic? Okay. So Pyra, you're trying to copy down what these runes look like.
Yes, like in order, like just copy paste into my journal type deal.
Okay. Okay. So what you rolled a 19 for an intelligence check, right? What was what was your total for that?
21.
21. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check. In addition to that.
15.
15.
Yes.
Okay, I'll say you get some of the sort of you get through the next 10 minutes. It takes you a while, and you take some time to meticulously copy them. It's really difficult because it's kind of far away. You have to sort of strain your neck, so you get pretty tired pretty quickly. But I'll say you can have this phrase written down in Abyssal, and I'll say it's pretty close to the same.
Cool.
Okay, so
Ow, my neck.
after Urbos and Timber, are you two doing anything in particular during these 10 minutes, or are you both just sort of sitting there and waiting? Are you two venturing deeper into the tunnels? What are you two doing?
I will stand guard at one of the tunnels, but not venture any deeper because I know Zorio will probably pull me back.
Yep.
Okay, which one? You can move yourself on roll 20, by the way.
Right up. Urbos does not like getting pulled by the ear.
Okay. Timber, what are you doing? During this next 10
I
minutes?
I will stand at that archway, and I would like to walk like a little ways in, but like not more than 50 feet,
Okay.
Gosh.
and see if I hear anything, see anything, smell anything, see if the hallway changes.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check, Timber. For over these next 10 minutes.
I think my investigation is just a straight roll, and so that's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
We're doing good.
So Timber, as you're sort of beginning to venture a little bit deeper into this tunnel, you don't notice any change in the tunnel at all, and less than 50 feet, maybe 20 to 30 feet or so in, the tunnel curves to the left. You peek your head down, even with your dark vision, you see that after this left turn that this tunnel takes, it continues only another 15 feet or so, and then turns back around to the right to continue further.
All right, cool curvy tunnel.
Do you continue to pursue, or?
Yes, I want to see what's around the other curve.
Okay, as you all are focusing on your stuff during this 10 minutes, you'll sort of look around and Timber's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Urbos? Where's Timber?
Oh, no,
Timber, as you go, Timber, as you go the next 15 feet, you turn right. You turn right again. You see that it sort of twists and turns a little bit, but you can still sort of see to what looks like the end of the tunnel, and you see that this tunnel takes another has another fork in it, going to the right and to the left.
Look, as the last fork, like, does it branch off in the exact same way?
No, it doesn't branch off in the exact same way. It's more like a Y, you know. It's more like a like a fork in the road rather than a T cross.
Is that how the other one was?
The other one was just a T.
Oh.
It just came to a solid wall, then right and left. This one sort of forks a little, and it's not like a perfect Y. It's sort of like a little off, and then it goes deeper. Either way.
Well, good to know. I go back to the archway.
Okay. About the time that you two finish ritual casting your spells, after you've noticed that Timber just sort of disappeared, Timber comes stepping through the archway again.
That tunnel has a fork at the end of it.
Zoria, why didn't you stop them? You stop us all
I'm
the
in the
time.
middle of ritual casting a spell. I cannot stop.
Okay, but you finish.
Not fair.
You finish as Timber walks back in.
Okay.
I did
Oh,
mention
thank
anything, Ira.
You do see sort of faint magical auras coming specifically from the lights themselves on the platform and from the ceiling, but no particular school of magic or anything like that. Just sort of, they're magical, but not like influential, you know. Okay, Orladar, you have cast Comprehend Languages.
Yes. Tell me what it says.
I believe you have to touch the writing, correct?
I have to touch the surface that the writing is on.
Okay.
So I have to touch the thing.
Okay, so do you touch the platform first? It's like pushed down and it's sort of it's flush with the ground except for like a tiny little raise around the perimeter. But Uroboros pushed it down and it just sunk down and then lit up. So if you touch the platform, you see it sort of like rearranges to your vision, and this is just the abyssal rune, effectively for the letter O.
What is it? What is it? What? You're muted. You're muted.
Muted, Orladar.
But it looked like you said it's O. It's just O.
It's just the letter O.
I knew it. I can read lips.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, and then the other writing is on one of the walls.
No, it's on the ceiling overhead.
Ow.
Can you get up there? Sorry, you can.
Yeah.
Think you're strong enough to fly me up there?
We can try.
How high up is the ceiling?
The ceiling looks to be like 60 or so feet.
God,
It's
Wait.
tall.
Okay.
It just sort of goes up, but it's kind of sort of difficult to judge the distance. What were you gonna say, Pyra?
Orladar, touch this. I'm gonna bring my journal over. What does this one say?
There we
Oh.
go.
So smart. I touched the journal that Pyra has transcribed the runes onto.
Okay.
Not all of
Oh.
it. Did I get all of it?
Yeah,
You
been
think
10 minutes.
you think you got all of it? The
I'm
thing
pretty
is,
sure.
the thing is like sort of you can, looking at these runes and what's actually written, you can sort of see similarities, but it's only because you rolled a relatively lower on the dexterity check. You only rolled a 15 and a 21 on the intelligence check. So like you can see the similarities. Orladar, you place your hand and it rearranges because it's close to abyssal, but it does look like a second grader's handwriting. So it's just sort of scribbles. I'm gonna say with comprehend languages, you can't read the whole thing. You see an S and an E. These squiggles look like look like they might make a O. You think that one of the word is some. You see a couple of the words some. You think you can make out the word cheat. That definitely looks like time. Like you go through this and you're like, all right. So there's some, hide, try to show, meet maybe. But I'm gonna say that's all you get from reading from the second grade second grader's handwriting.
Some cheat time, try to show meat.
Some cheat time, some hide, try to show meat.
I did also say that the ceiling is like domed, so this is like written in a dome.
So I'm gonna put my hands on the wall because the surface, if it's domed, is continues around, and I'm going to see if that helps, if I can read it.
Okay, you walk over to the wall and you place your hand on the wall. You look up and you watch as the letters shift around.
Perfect.
Same surface.
I was trying.
Good
Try.
job,
You-
Pyra. Thank you.
Yeah,
I think that probably would have worked if that would have been your last resort. I feel like you guys could have figured it out.
What do we got?
But Orladar, you place your hand on the wall, and exactly like you just thought, you watch as the letters sort of rearrange for you and shift, and you read: "Some try to hide, some try to cheat, but time will show we always will meet."
Some try to hide. Some try to
cheat. But
But
I lost
time-
it.
yeah. Some try to hide, some try to cheat.
But time
But time will show
will show
we always will meet.
we always will.
Will meet.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a challenge to not be stealthy the rest of the way. I'm not gonna hide or cheat. I'll walk straight into it.
What did
Yeah.
I get with my detect magic?
I told you.
You did?
Light.
Yeah. Yeah,
A
the,
little
li-
bit
the,
of
the
magic.
lights are obviously magical, but nothing like no
Natural.
particular
Okay.
school of magic, nothing jumping out at you, but it does last. It lasts for another 10 minutes,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
And you ritually cast it, so there's no.
I actually think it might be 30 minutes. One sec.
Oh, is it 30 minutes or an
No,
hour?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I lied.
But yeah, so obviously magical, just sort of the lights, but you don't pick up anything else. Nothing sort of like behind the walls at all.
Nothing down the tunnels.
Nothing down either of the tunnels. It's mostly just this light, and you can tell that it is magical, but nothing to be afraid of. Nothing too influential or anything like that.
So
Just
do
kinda
you
there.
detect any hidden doorways or secret passageways?
Do I detect any hidden doors or secret passageways?
Go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage.
Thank you, Pyra.
Of course, sorry, yeah.
I want to find a matching pair. Those ones are in timeout, I think. Sorry. After our last session, I went through and put a whole bunch of dice in timeout for a few sessions because I was rolling so incredibly garbage.
Yep, the last like 3 sessions in a row.
Oh, it's been so
It's been bad.
I need you to fucking look at this.
Damn, that's some luck.
Did you just roll 2d20? Did you just get 2 nat 20s?
Opposite. So still equally impressive. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Still super fucking cool. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Hey, who's been
Amazing.
keeping track of those nat 20s and natural ones for the group, huh?
You know, that happened, and then
And then you drop the ball, cause Zoria.
We've been playing for a long time, man.
I've got. Good job,
2
Zoria.
natural ones. Hot damn.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like I said, like that's equally as impressive.
Yeah.
But it hurts 18,000 times more.
Yeah.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes on D20s. Hey, be nice to those. Those are mine.
You okay, bud? Zoria.
Zoria
Sorry.
is looking at nothing. Zoria can't see.
Well, Zoria is
Zoria's
actually in
blacked
surprisingly
out.
high spirits because she's just sort of looking.
Did you find
Uh,
anything?
Huh?
Did you find anything?
Find what?
Yeah, Zoria, you you start looking. You start looking, and the globe sort of starts to tug in different directions, and then you look down one of the hallways, and you think just for a split second, it looks like Rainier runs around a corner, and you just get super distracted.
You didn't find anything?
What? Hmm?
What are you looking at?
I don't know. Nothing.
Do I believe?
Make an insight check. Sorry, make a deception check.
Well, these dice are going in timeout.
Oh, it's not good. So,
Watch, I'm gonna roll another one.
Or a natural 20.
I rolled 2 ones. 13.
fuck. I got 12.
Yeah, no, you believe her.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing's wrong.
Cool. I'm gonna go, I don't know, look at a different wall, I guess.
But that is everything. Everything you will notice in this chamber.
So are we gonna keep going down these tunnels, or are we gonna go back and go through the left? I feel like that's backtracking, and I think we should just go through one of these tunnels. Personally, that's my take.
You think we should exhaust these tunnels first before we go back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to mess around with this platform at all?
Did the platform say anything?
Oh,
Oh. That
Yeah,
was it?
just
just the letter O.
Ooh. Pyra's gonna go over to the platform and just start like touching it and like jumping on it and seeing if anything happens. And
Okay.
then she's gonna say, actually, she's gonna stand on it, and she's gonna repeat what Orladar had said it read. So just repeat it and then go,
Okay.
oh, and see if anything happens.
Okay, wait, so what do you say, Pyra?
So I'm gonna go, some try to hide, some try to cheat, but time will show we always will meet. Oh! Did anything happen?
You all hear the echoes. Oh.
Oh. I think it's fine. I don't think this is gonna do anything.
All right.
No, it
I'm, like,
does. It
stomping on
doesn't.
it.
It doesn't move anymore because it was like 3-4 inches off of the ground, and then Urabos pushed it down, and it took some force, but it just went, and then the light went. Poof.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's pick
And
another
we're good.
tunnel.
All right.
All right. So do you?
Which tunnel do you want to pick? So we all
Yeah,
came
you go
in.
the bottom one or the right one? So south or east?
So
Well-
Timber went east and said there's another.
There's
Yeah.
another fork.
Should we go down the south one and just look to see if it also
Yeah,
splits?
let's south.
So you all head south.
Yeah, let me send some lights
Sure.
down that way. Let's
Okay.
just stay where we're at. I'll send the lights 120 feet. Do we see anything? Or is it
Okay,
just...
it actually pretty quickly becomes another T intersection.
God.
Oh,
To the right and left.
okay. All right.
It looks like we got a split up gang. Oh.
No way.
Yes, I love this plan.
We are never splitting up again.
When
It's
did we split up?
Like, every time we split up, something bad
split up.
happens.
When
right,
did you
Arvo?
split up?
Have we ever split up?
I think
Yeah,
we
we
I
have.
don't think y'all have ever split
No,
up.
I think we have.
Okay,
We
I
No,
think we
I-
split up
Multiple
one
times.
time,
I think-
and I got drunk.
I think the first time y'all split up was when Urabos ran in the opposite direction in the sewers of Waterdeep.
Yeah, and it wasn't
and
good.
it went out that way.
Everything went fine
No.
that night, though.
You don't have to call me out that way. Really
All I'm
don't.
saying is all I'm saying is logically we can cover more ground if one person with message goes with one group and the other person with message goes with the other group, and then we just go check it out real quick, never go farther than 120 feet down each tunnel, and then run back.
But also logically, we'll die a lot faster if we run into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It-
stay together. You've been out.
Stay together.
Yeah. We stay together, but Pyra will let you choose which tunnel.
Yeah, there we go. Compromise.
I want
Deal.
to. No, I
Deal.
want to. This is not fair.
Oh, do you want to pick a tunnel too? I'll pick the first one, and you pick the next one.
Okay, like that.
Okay.
Okay, marching order.
Same as it was before.
Same.
Can I just assume
Dibs.
that it will always be Urabos, Zoria, Orladar, Timber, then Pyra in the back?
Yeah.
Sounds
Some
good.
variation there. Okay.
Alright.
So, which direction are you all going?
Okay, so it's left or right now, right?
East.
Well,
wait.
do you
Are
wanna
you going?
go-
Are you going through the south tunnel, or are you going through the eastern tunnel?
Let's go eastern first.
Oh, okay.
Eastern first?
Okay.
Okay. So you follow the sort of, you follow the couple of curves and you come to a slight fork. Left and right.
Okay.
Erebos, left or right?
Erebos kind of puts his hands up. Left.
Cool. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
You all continue down the left for quite some time. More twists, turns. You go sort of up and down some sort of stony stair steps. And then, huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say, is my detect magic still up? Am I detecting any magic?
It's up for the better part of this sort of tunnel, but nothing catches your.
And I've been looking for doors.
Okay, yeah. Go
Things.
ahead and make an investigation check, Orladar. Zoria, I will actually say back at the first fork,
Mm-hmm.
where Erebos just chose left. I'll say not too far. You do sort of catch a faint bit of magical aura creeping sort of like around a corner to the right, down the right fork.
Okay,
So my apologies. You do catch that.
I will point that out to the group and just say, hey, just FYI, if this may influence your decision, I know this was like part of our deal, but there is some magic-y stuff down that way. So if
First fork or the one we're at now?
The first fork, where Erebos just chose to go left.
Left.
There
was
was a
on the
faint
right.
magic aura coming from the right side.
And did you say for me investigation or perception?
Investigation.
27.
Okay. You don't notice anything on either side of the tunnel wall.
Okay.
I will give you this with a 27. That's really freaking high. I will say, as Zoria mentions this at the first fork, like you all are starting to walk down the left side, but then Zoria calls this out, and as you're keeping an eye and ear out, Orladar, I'll say you do hear Zoria's voice sort of start to echo more coming from the right tunnel. Sounds like it opens up into somewhere larger, more immediately down the right, and the left is just a tighter tunnel that continues on.
It sounds like there might be another room at the end of the right tunnel. So
Well,
maybe we check that one first.
It's up to Erebos. We did make a deal.
True.
Zoria, I trust your judgment. So, I would like to check that magic stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should check it out. What kind of magic is it?
Similar to the auras from the lights in the
So like
last
conjuration.
tunnel. Yeah, conjuration would be
Okay.
would make sense. Yeah, but like very very faint, just kind of there.
Okay.
You know. So do you actually continue down to the right side?
Yeah. If everyone's in agreement.
All right.
Yeah.
So continuing down the right tunnel, Erebos, you quickly come into another large open chamber. Not that one. Another large open chamber. You come through the northern tunnel, and it's a very similar chamber with sort of the domed ceiling, this large circular platform in the center of the room that's raised 3 to 4 inches, with the same sort of like purpley glossy stone in a runic shape. And then if you all just sort of look up to the ceiling, very similarly, another sort of string of this abyssal writing that you all have been seeing.
Pyra huffs and sits down on the floor again with her journal,
Hey,
trying to get in a nicer position.
hey, Orladar.
Comprehend languages lasts an hour, so
That's an
I
hour.
will.
It is
There we go.
definitely still up.
Okay.
So what are you doing first?
Just writing some notes. Room 2. Okay, I'm going to put my hands on the wall to read what's on the ceiling.
Okay, put your hand on the wall. You watch the runes shift and rearrange to something you can understand. And it reads, 2 opposites that cannot exist together, yet one cannot live without the other. From contraptions and gizmos to life and death, and even the torch in your very hand. One takes, one gives, I am the latter.
Can you take a picture of that and send it to the group?
No, I cannot, because I have the answer on my.
You can scribble it out on Snapchat.
Fine, I
Can
will.
you just read it slowly?
Please.
Very
No,
started
please,
writing
just
and
send a
very
picture.
quickly stopped.
I got 2 opposites that cannot.
No, I cannot.
I got that too.
Sorry, I cannot. Okay, 2 opposites that cannot exist together.
Okay,
Well-
exist
I can't take a picture of it. Sorry.
Yep.
That up
Keep going.
already.
All right. Just nice and slow.
together. Okay.
Yet one
Do you
cannot
like
live
that?
without the other.
Yet one can
Well, I guess I can
Not.
just type it to you all.
live.
Yeah.
I didn't
Without-
think of that.
I'm committed now.
Okay.
The other.
That's the
Yeah,
light
this
shadow.
is true D&D.
Okay.
Y'all gotta take
2
notes.
opposites cannot exist together, yet one cannot live without the other.
From contraptions and gizmos.
From
From contraptions.
Contract. How do you spell
Yeah.
that fucking word?
CONTRAPTION.
S.
S. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just wrote contractions though. Contractions.
Gizmos. From
Contractions.
contraptions and gizmos.
I said contractions.
I can barely write. I can barely hold my pencil because of my tendonitis. Contraptions.
Contractions. I hate you guys. I hate it here. I said contractions.
Just a fucking cucumber.
Can you read the rest of it to me?
Yes. Are you done? Are you done with gizmos?
Gizmos.
To life and death.
To life
To life.
and
Keep
Death.
going.
And even the torch in your very hand.
and even
And even the torch in your very hand.
One takes, one gives.
Christ.
one takes, one gives.
I am the latter.
Like LADDER
L-A-T-
or
L-A-T-T-E-R.
LATTER. Okay.
I am the latter.
No, I was like, are we supposed to climb? What's happening?
Is there a platform in the middle of the room?
Yeah. Yeah, I just explained it. It's almost
Touch-
identical to the other room, except you see this one has 3 archways, east, south, and west,
Right.
and the runes are all different.
Can you read
Right.
the ending one more time?
From where?
And even the torch in your very hand.
One takes, one gives. I am the latter.
Thank you.
Orlidar, you go over to the platform.
Yes.
You place your hand on it, and you see this is the abyssal rune for the letter A.
A. Okay. When I touch it, does it move?
Do you put any force on it, or do you just set your hand on it?
No, I'm just set my hand on
Just
it.
setting your hand on it, it feels solid.
Okay.
If you give
And
a little bit of
I'm-
pressure, you feel it start to give a tiny
Okay.
bit, just like the
While
last
my
one.
hand's on it, while my hand is on it, I'm going to read what is written on the ceiling.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
I don't know. Read it.
2 opposites that cannot exist together, yet one cannot live without the other. From contraptions and gizmos to life and death, and even the torch in your very hand. One takes, one gives. I am the latter.
Just hear your voice echo for a moment
Okay,
before
but-
it stops.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
All right. My theory is these letters on the platforms probably spell something out or give us some sort of direction, and perhaps we need to be activating them at some point. So I don't know. Maybe we should push this one down
Sure.
so that it's down floor level like the other one.
I also really want to light a torch, just because it says torch in your very hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do any of you have torches?
I do, actually. I have a torch.
Yeah. Everybody has torches.
Where are you keeping these?
In my pack.
I have a torch in my backpack.
All right.
I have one torch.
Oh, by the way, on D&D Beyond, you all can actually like have a backpack now, and you can differentiate what you keep in your backpack and what you keep in a chest in your home. Y'all should
It's
check
so
that out.
cool.
They're containers, so you can add specific containers to your inventory, and then you can actually put in what you keep in each different type of container. So like Zoria can actually have a bag of holding, and in D&D Beyond she can put what is specifically kept in the bag of holding versus what she keeps in her side pouches and whatnot.
You are better believe that tonight what I'm doing is organizing my equipment.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, y'all can like actually organize your inventory in D&D Beyond so much better now. It's so cool. Anyway, hashtag not sponsored.
Go on.
Yet. But yeah, what are you all? What are y'all doing?
Did you activate it?
Did you push it down?
I pushed down. I pushed down.
Erebos runs over. Erebos, just same exact resistance and everything. Just the writing overhead floods the room with this lavender light.
Okay, so now we have 2 rooms with lavender written poems.
Zoria is gonna cast light on her staff.
Okay.
Just to see if that does anything.
Okay. What type of magic is? What type of spell is light?
Where's School of Magic? I'm assuming. Oh,
Evocation.
There we go.
By the way, it's probably more the evocation than is the School of Magic you're getting from this light.
Okay.
Yeah, just similar to the light cantrip is what I was trying to think of earlier.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of it. You cast it, just this sort of golden light fills the room ever more. This room is pretty freaking bright now. But casting the spell within here doesn't seem to change anything or do anything in particular. No, just makes the room way brighter.
Okay.
So I got her torch and lit it with her tinderbox.
Okay. Even more light filling the space.
I'm just gonna walk around with this
Now more of an orange hue.
Can Zoria look for hidden doors and passageways in this room?
You can make another perception check with advantage.
Thank you. Swear to God, if these let me down.
The chunks.
Still not very good.
Luckily, it doesn't really matter. It's not a
16.
16 is a good roll. Oh my gosh! Not every roll is gonna be 28.
I know.
All right. That's not how life works.
But I want it to be.
But 16 is a very good is a very good roll. You
Yeah.
sort of follow your orb's lead, and nothing jumps out at you. Nothing seems to reveal itself. It seems like this is just a sprawling catacomb of tunnels. That's all you can.
Should we just keep going this way?
Sure.
Keep finding these rooms?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So which tunnel do you all go through?
Ooh.
Straight ahead, to your left, or to your right? Or yeah, I guess you can just use D&D Beyond, which is going to be reversed for your actual characters. Right, down, or left? Because you all came through the top one.
Okay.
I think we should go to the one Urbos is at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. So you all head down through the lower tunnel. So Pyra, you have a torch at the back. Urbos, you have your moon-touched longsword at the front. The tunnelway
I've got the
is
dancing lights.
lights. Is you guys are set on light.
It is so fucking bright in
It's
this tunnel.
so
We're not
fucking
trying
bright.
to hide anything.
so bright.
We're like, we're here. We're here. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. We lighten a beacon.
Oh my god.
Beacon to your to your location. It's great. But you will head down through the southern tunnel. A few twists and turns later, you will find another archway and another one of these rooms. You come through. Sorry, let's see. You come through this tunnel up here.
Oh wow, there's a lot more tunnels now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This one you see. See these 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 additional tunnels in addition to the one that you came through.
Yeah,
Same
this is
thing.
rude.
Another platform in the center. Ruthie, are you still there? You look frozen to me in a very creepy smile.
Same.
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay,
You're back.
Okay.
Great.
But yes, very similar to the other rooms. This it wasn't an extremely long tunnel either. Probably just another 5-minute walk, 3 to 5 minutes of walking.
Touch
Hey,
the
guys.
platform first.
So yeah.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
So Zoria, you still I'll say it's 10 minutes. Yeah, no, you haven't gone on any tunnels that have taken you a super long time to walk through. So I'll say your detect magic is slowly starting to like you feel the time limit coming up.
Okay.
You only have a few more minutes, but you do see the same exact type of magic just coming from the floor and the ceiling.
Okay.
Orladar, what are you reading first?
Platform.
What?
The platform.
The platform. This is the rune for the letter D.
Okay. Ode. That's what we got, an O, an A, and a D, right? Go. All right, now I'm going to touch the wall to read the ceiling.
Okay. As you look up and you see this writing rearranging itself so that you can understand it. You read, "You either look forward to me out of excitement
Thank you.
You either look forward to me or at me.
to me. You look forward to me
You either look forward to me
out of
With
excitement
out of excitement.
or desperately wish to prevent me
I can't spell that word.
desperately.
Okay, that didn't help. You went too fast.
Well,
Excitement or desperately
wish to
try-
prevent me
wish to prevent me. Wish to prevent me. Okay.
out of dread.
Out. Dread. Is that it?
That is all you read.
Okay. Read that up to everybody. Okay, Urbos, you wanna push that platform down?
Yes, very much yes. Makes me feel like I have magic in my head.
Room fills with the lavender light.
Well,
Death. It's death. It's death.
Excited
Gotta
for
be-
I,
That's morbid as
after pushing
fuck.
that,
Some
don't
try
feel
to
comfortable.
hide. Some try to hide. Some try to cheat. But time will show we will always meet. Death.
Okay.
You either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
Birthdays. Years. I don't know.
Time. Old age.
The future.
Let's see. Two opposites that cannot exist together. Life and death. Yet one cannot live without the other.
Light
From
and dark.
From contraptions and gizmos to life and death, and even the torch in your very hand. One takes, one gives. I am the latter.
While they're
Breath,
talking to
breath,
each other,
air.
Yeah, Pyra?
can I go to like each tunnel and I just like really want to focus on the sound in the tunnel and just walk up to it and like clap really loud to see which one might open up into a different room instead of like a different tunnel.
Okay. Interesting. Go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're doing this. You're listening.
Okay, sorry, I was messing with my equipment. Give me a second.
If the rest of you wish to continue to converse, you can while Pyra does this.
Ooh, that's really good. It's a natural 18 plus 6.
Damn.
24.
24, thank you. 'Cause I
Okay.
was not doing that math. That's why I said it like that, because I was hoping someone would do it for me.
Okay, so
Thanks.
so Pyra, I will say you discern that this bottom tunnel down here that I'm clicking on, as well as this side tunnel over to the left, are decently longer tunnels. The Echo seems to sort of go on further, but stay more quiet, it seems. And these two up here, both of them sound like they equally open up into another room. Or they both open up into another room equally as quickly. And much quicker than the other two.
Okay, well, let's just pick one and then come back and do another one. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Wait,
Sounds
I get to
good.
pick this time. It's my turn.
Yep.
Head, it's left. Tails, it's right. Right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so you all head through this right one?
Yes.
Okay. So as you... Oh, yeah, what were you going to say, Timber?
Oh, I just said, we're going up.
Yeah.
I was looking at where the arches were.
Okay, so as you all push through this archway, it's kind of weird. You take almost an immediate turn to your left. There's another turn. You turn and then you follow it. You turn again to the left after just taking a few steps, and you're at another archway. To a similar chamber. This one is still flooded with light, just like the one you just left. You take a step into the chamber. The archways all still look the same. The ceiling still has the same writing, and it's still a light, filling the room with lavender light. But the platform in the center is not pushed down, is not a light, and it is an entirely different rune.
Hey, what rune is it?
You go up and touch it. Yes, the comprehend language is still very active. This rune reads the letter A.
Okay. And the ceiling?
It is the same as the words you just read.
You either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
Yep.
Well, you just killed my theory.
That's
I
what
had
the
a theory.
new room says?
That is what it says on the ceiling of the room you just entered.
And
the
the room you
dais?
just exited.
The dais?
Is that what it's called?
Is
The
yes.
Platform? I've been
Yes.
writing dais in my notes.
Yes, it's the same thing. Yes, the
Is-
dais.
That's a much better word. Yeah, the dais. Ruthie, this one, just like the other ones you've seen, just round in the same exact position, this one is not sunk into the floor, and it has a different rune in it with the clear lavender gemstone. But the same words written in the ceiling, and the words in the ceiling is still giving off that lavender light. Just like they sort of lit up in the room you were just previously in when you pushed the platform down.
Yeah.
So this one says, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A.
It says A, so does it looks exactly like the other one that says A?
Yeah, it is the same. It is the same rune.
It says A.
But again, you pushed the other one down and it lit up. This one is still raised and not alight.
Right. So now we've had, this also has killed my theory because it says the same thing.
But so all the rooms have been the same in the pink lavender-ish lighting and
Yep.
the platform, and they all have the same material.
Yep, they all look exactly like the same material. Each one is
Before
having
we-
lighting in the same way.
Before we do anything in this room, it's only 2 turns behind us. Maybe we should go back to the other room real quick. The bear just in, look at it, make sure it's fine, and go in the other tunnel and check that one too and see if it does the same thing. Then we can come back here. Yeah?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay,
All right.
so you all are exiting the same way you just came in?
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Going
wait a
the
minute, wait a
exact
minute,
same.
Wait. That arch that's there, can we tie a rope around it? Around, like, just one side of it?
No. So yeah, in Rule 20, it looks like these are freestanding, but within this actual room, these are just in the wall.
Got it.
It's
Okay,
just a
okay,
solid
never mind.
wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
just
thinking
a
we
solid
should tie
wall.
a rope and take the
Solid
rope
wall
with
right
us.
here. You know, this is just a solid wall, and these are archways within the wall. This was just the best
Well,
image
here.
I could find.
Okay,
I'll
can
hold the
you
rope.
take your-
Orladar.
No, better idea. Can you just take your pencil that you were writing in your journal and can you just make a little mark on this arch?
Yeah, what kind of mark?
Just an X, it doesn't matter. Just something so that when we come back through the other arch, we can look and see if it's there.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna like cut my hand so that Orladar can't see what I'm writing. Alright. Orladar writes smut fan fiction. You didn't hear it from me. I'm gonna put it back in.
Okay, this is with like a charcoal pencil on the dark gray stone.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say, Pyra,
That's
since
cool.
you know where to look, you can see it, and you can see sort of the sheen. If you like move your head, you can see the sheen from the light, sort of showing it off. But it's pretty much invisible to anyone just passing by.
It's okay, I know it's there. And that's enough for me.
Okay.
As long as you can identify it when we come back in this room in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a different room. Anyways, let's go back.
Okay. So you all go back the way you came.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back the tunnel, exactly the same, just a right turn, and then another right turn, and you come into another chamber, presumably.
Yes.
Still,
And does it have a letter D on the dais?
you go up and touch it, and it does have the letter D on the base. It is not raised, though. I mean, it is raised. It is raised. It is not sunk. Sorry. The dais is not sunk or alight like the one you just left. It is.
Okay.
It is raised.
And what about the ceiling?
Touch your hand. Still the same writing, and still a light, giving light to this room.
So this is like we're back in room 3, but the platform went up again.
Yep.
When we were gone. Great. Go see if your marks on that thing.
In here?
Yes. Go look
Okay.
on that arch right there and see
So Pyra, you come
if
up to
your
this
writing
arch.
is there. Yes, where you wrote it. Look,
Yeah.
is writing there? The message you just wrote in the other room, is it right there on that arch?
I don't know.
Pyra, if you go up, you sort of like angle your head like you had, and you see no sheen or anything like that.
Oh my god, it's right here. I see it. I wrote this stupid. Just kidding, it's not here. This is a different room.
Asshole. That was so rude.
I'm
The way
doing
you said
it.
I just punched Pyra right in the arm as hard as I can. I know it's
Ooh,
not that hard.
ow.
I'm doing it anyway.
I'm so fucking with you,
Asshole.
Orladar. You're one of my favorite people to fuck with.
Through this door next.
Follow
Timber.
Timber.
All right, you all come over to the left archway.
To that one? I thought we were going to... Because there's these two up against the top that sounded like they went into chambers, right?
Yeah, and we already went into those.
We went into both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
shit.
from
I
this room.
literally...
No,
Yeah,
Wait.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
From this room, we need to go to the left.
Yeah.
The
To
left
this-
top one?
Because
To this
while we
one,
may
yeah.
think that we came back into the same room, we didn't actually.
Yeah.
Because this
We
is
need to go
room
through-
3.
Yeah, we need to go through this one.
Okay.
It's the same room. The platform is just raised.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's the only
so wait,
difference.
so we were just in room 5.
4.
Room 4.
No, we were not. Room 3 had a D, and it had that you either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
That's where we are right now.
Yes.
Hey, stop. We've been in that ceiling 3 times.
This should
We
be
were
a
there
third
in
time.
room 3. Then we went to room 4. There was an A on the dais. It said the same as above. You wrote on pencil on the arch. Then we went back the way we came, assuming it would take us back into room 3. And it says the same as above, and there's a D again, but there's no marking from you in pencil on the arch, which means this is not room 3 again. This is room 5.
No, but the marking was made in room 4, not room 3.
Yeah, we
That is
made it
true.
in room 4.
The
Yeah.
marking is in room 4.
We went backwards, retraced our steps to room 3. We are now in room 3.
Yes.
I don't think we are, because we pushed the dais down when we left, and we just came back in here and it's up.
Yeah, when we
What
left,
if it just
it
popped up?
popped back up, is what I'm assuming.
All right. Okay.
I
I'm
think
just
party
gonna write room
decisions.
5, and next to it I'll write maybe 3.
Okay.
Are you writing something like on the ground within this chamber, or
Just notes, I think.
I'm writing in my notes.
just in your notes? Okay.
In my little journal notes.
Yeah, I was just asking.
Because there's a lot of stuff here. This is some horrible puzzle that makes me want to gouge my eyes out. I don't like puzzles, you guys.
We're doing great,
Wow,
honestly.
the intellectual one who built completely around roleplay, and
I'm feeling 100% confident about this choice.
Let's go.
okay, so you're going through the left top one in
Yes.
this chamber.
Yeah.
Room 3,
All right.
assuming it's 3.
Yes.
So you take the 2 rights, come out through this archway,
Oh my god.
I hate this part.
and the what was it? Dais was the
Yeah.
Yes.
center thing. It looks like the same D rune, the same rune for the letter D, and it is still raised.
And the ceiling?
Is your writing on the thing? No, this is a different room. Where are we?
The ceiling is still alight with that same the same 2 sentences. Orladar.
Now I'm confused.
If you touch the wall, you still read it. You either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
You know what? It's a puzzle. That's
Yeah.
what this poem means. If you like puzzles, you're looking forward to me out of excitement, and if you hate puzzles, you desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
That's
The answer to the puzzle is a puzzle.
Wait,
I
what
thought that
does
was
this
funny.
dais say?
Never mind.
I'm
This-
sorry, Orladar.
This dais has the rune for the letter D. So just like the room you were just in before, that you exited from.
Shoot.
Is there any writing on any of these archways?
Orladar, are you looking?
Where? Yes.
Make an investigation check.
If there's been writings on these archways this entire time,
It'd be
I'm gonna laugh
funny,
so
that'd be
hard.
12.
Oh, wait. Are you saying, are you not looking for what Pyro wrote, or are you?
Yeah, I'm looking for
Oh,
what
you're looking for
Pyro-
what Pyro wrote. Okay, yeah. What did you roll?
15 plus 9.
21. You go and look to see like where she was writing. You even sort of angle your head to try and see the sort of sheen from the graphite. You don't see anything on this archway, no.
I voted in
On any of
invisible
the
link.
archways, I look at all of the archways.
You do not see all of these archways don't have any sort of writing, and even if you're looking for the sort of smudge of the graphite, you don't see anything on the other 4 archways.
You
no.
guys, I don't know what's going on. We are in some sort of weird labyrinth.
Okay, let's
And
sit down and start from the beginning, where we came from the beginning. Go step by step. Not like go back, sitting down, talking about it type deal. Not actually walking back and redoing it, because I'm not in the mood to walk that much.
all right, the first
You
room.
guys.
Okay, the first room had the rune for the letter O in the
Yes.
center.
Yes.
On the ceiling it said, some try to hide, some try to cheat, but time will show we always will meet.
Right, so then we went to the east tunnel, came up to a fork, we were gonna go left, decided to go right because there's magic, and then we came into a room with a rune that translated to A.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
2 opposites that cannot exist together, yet one cannot live without the other. From contraption and gizmos to life and death, and even the torch in your very hand, one takes, one gives, I am the latter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then there was 3 archways, one straight, one to the left, one to the right. We went straight, and we came into another room with 4 different tunnels, and then, well, not 4, yeah, 4 different tunnels, and then the room on the platform was a D.
Yes. You either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread.
I do agree that that one's death.
And then we went to room 4. And
That
there was an A. And the
Uh-huh.
ceiling said the same thing.
Uh-huh.
Then we went to room 5, or maybe we were back in room 3, and there was a D, and it said the same thing on the ceiling. And then we left, and then we came into room 6, or maybe we're still in 3, or maybe we're in 5. I don't know, but there's another D in the middle, and the same thing on the ceiling.
I'm gonna cast.
We are legitimately going in a circle, I think, right now.
I'm gonna cast detect magic. Is there any weird magic coming from the tunnel that we came from?
Are you the ritual casting again, or are you just using a
I'm
spell
just
slot?
casting it at this point.
Okay. You sense no other sort of strange magic coming from the tunnel itself. You don't sense any other magic other than just the lights.
There's no
the
like
sort of crystal
confundus
writing.
charm.
There's nothing.
Wrong universe.
There's nothing that would be like. I can't think of the right one, but the thing that changes one thing to the other, and nothing like that. Nothing mind meddling going on. From
Not that you can
tunnel.
sense. No.
I hate those words.
Best words you can say as a DM.
Okay.
Timber, were you trying to say something?
So over the course of our travels, I've collected wood scraps and I've been carving them, and I've kept them in my pocket. And I'm gonna pull a few out, and I'm gonna
Okay.
say, we're gonna leave a trail behind to mark the rooms that we've been in,
There we go.
so that we know what's happening.
Okay,
I don't know how else to say it.
perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Another brief thing. Would I consider myself familiar with the thing that we're looking for? I have had it described to me in detail, correct?
Not in too much detail, no. Make Make either a history or arcana check.
I think history is better for me. Far better, yes. I don't trust any of my dice right now. Okay, 23.
23. Give me 1 second. Where the hell? Ah! Where did it go? Where did it go? Give me 1 second. I thought I knew which page it was on, and then I was wrong. Aha. Okay. 23. So you were told that it should look like a crystal cube that you can hold in a palm.
Mm-hmm.
And you think back to your parents' stories that they've told you and whatnot. You do remember both of them talking about something called a cubic gate, which is a very powerful magical item that does take the form of a cube. But you've never heard about it being crystal or see-through or anything like that. You sort of run through your memory even more, and you do remember hearing stories of a cube of force, which you think was supposed to be transparent, but not a super noteworthy magical item. Like it has its uses, but it doesn't seem like something that would be super powerful or anything that would be hidden this well. But that is a magical item that takes the form of a cube that you've heard is transparent. So maybe that could be what Velfi meant by a crystal cube. Those are the only two things that sort of come to your memory.
Do I remember anything about what a cubic gate is made of?
You don't remember anything and any specifics, but just sort of like you'd assume metals or different sorts of metals or gemstones.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be
whatnot.
odd if it was made of crystal, right?
You
just said gemstone. Gemstones
I
literally are crystals.
I meant like gemstones within it, like used in the decoration of it, but most of the time it's more metal sort of box. Also, I think you do remember cubic gates tended to be talked about as being a little bit larger than being able to hold in one hand.
Okay.
Whereas a cube of force was it's meant that you are able to use it in one hand. So say with a 23, that is a pretty good roll. You sort of remember those two types of sort of magical artifacts that you have heard about, maybe read about in like storybooks and such.
Okay.
But you're not super familiar with both, or you're not super familiar with either one of those. But that's the closest thing that you
Okay.
could come up with.
I'm gonna cast a quick spell, y'all. I'm gonna cast Locate Object. I can't cast it as a ritual, but I'm gonna try and see if there is a cube of force within 1,000 feet of us.
Okay. How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
Okay. You focus on the cube of force. You think about like what you're pretty sure it is. You know the name, so you focus on sort of the name. Take a second to focus. You sort of close your eyes and open them, and everything especially in this room that is now alight with a torch and the lavender light filling it. You open your eyes and all of the light just goes black and white and gray. And you get a faint golden ping at the very, very edges of, like as far away as it could possibly be from you.
Uh-huh.
At least it feels like it. Straight down underneath your feet. It's like directly beneath you, but like all the way to the reaches of the 1,000 foot mark, and it is directly underneath you.
Would you guys be willing to try something with me? But come with me so that I don't get lost. If that makes sense. Well, not try. I just want to go back to that room I wrote the X on the wall
Yes.
Okay.
real quick.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Do you think you know how to get back there?
I wrote it all down in my journal.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
Wait,
Okay.
which room? Where are you going?
The one that Pyro
The one that I wrote.
Room
We're going
4.
back out. Back
That's
in.
room 4.
The
Okay.
Pyro Road. So just the room that you went through this archway to get to.
Before we leave this room, I'm going to leave a pawn piece because I've made chess pieces. So
Okay.
this 5th room is going to have a pawn piece.
Okay.
This is
This
room
is-
6.
So this room, it has the words.
You either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread, and the dais says the letter D, right?
Correct. Yes,
Yes,
that
so
is the
we're
room that
in
you are in.
We've
Okay.
been in 3 rooms that are like that, and we don't know for sure if they're all the same room.
You don't
So
know
this is the-
for sure that they aren't.
Correct. That's why I have, like, when I say room 5 and room 6, I mean that's the 5th room we went into and the 6th room we went into. And next to them, I have written maybe the same as room 3. Like, maybe room 3. Because we don't know. It's just the 6th room that we've entered. Now has a pawn, a little wooden pawn.
A little wooden pawn. Okay. Where are you leaving it? Are you setting it like in the center of the dais?
I'm not going to put it on the dais. I'm going to put it on the via the map, the north side of the dais, like a foot away.
Just right here, sort of in the room.
Yeah. Like right there. Yeah.
Okay. You set it down
Yeah.
on the ground. It sits there. It's a smooth stone floor.
All right.
All right. So you all are going through this archway again?
Yes, we're going right back to where I wrote the
All right.
X on.
You walk through what should be the sort of just curving path into the same room. You come into this room. Dais in the center has the rune for the letter A. You see no wooden pawn. The ceiling still has those sentences filling the room with the lavender light. And Pyra, you go up to the edge of the archway, sort of angle your head, and you see the sheen. Orladar writes smut. Orladar writes smutty fan fiction.
But you didn't hear it from me.
But you didn't
But
hear
you
it from
didn't
me.
hear from me.
You read the whole thing, and it's still
Okay, so I have an idea. Go with me, which is bouncing ideas off. Every time we have left a room after pressing the platform down, it has raised again. Now that we know that these rooms aren't changing as we're walking through them, now since we just came back the same way and this is the same thing I've written, I think these need to be pressed down at, like, not at the same time, but they all need to stay pressed down. To do that, I don't have anything I can wedge between. So I think that we need to split the party, and a person needs to step on and stay on each platform. O, A, is it what? O, A, and D?
Mm-hmm.
And all the platforms we found. O, A, D, A. And keep them pressed down. Since they popped back up.
My concern is that we only have a part of the puzzle.
Yeah,
That-
perhaps
that
we need to
are-
explore more.
I think that there's probably other rooms that have more letters because O-A-A-D doesn't spell anything.
Oda. Oada. Oada.
I've been
Doea.
doing that in my head this whole time.
I know, tell me about it. I've been trying to... Oada.
Dodao.
Idao. Adua.
Let's keep looking.
Okay, so go back to the last point the last known room we were in with the pond. That's where we are heading.
Oh, hold on. In this room, this is the room that Pyra wrote in. So this
Yep.
room is differentiated already.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, so let's go back to the pond room.
Okay, so you
Yes.
go back through the way you just came?
Exact same way.
Okay. As you come out of this archway, see the room still flooded with light. Oh, no!
Oh! Long
Why,
Zoria.
Zoria?
Why, Zoria?
Forbidden wipes.
Go, Zoria goes into another dimension.
You all see same sentences in the ceiling. Room is still alight. The rune on the dais is the same rune for the letter D, but you do not see any wooden pawn sitting on the floor next to it.
Knew it. Different room. I'm convinced.
But it.
Can Zoria make like an intelligence check or something, or a wisdom check, or a survival check, or
Can we make
something
any
here?
kind of check? Can two of us together make an investigation check and figure out where the hell it is?
Zoria, you can make a survival check.
Okay.
Oh, can I
Would this
assist?
count as a wisdom check to find hidden doors or passageways?
I'll let you have advantage. I'll let your orb grant you advantage for this.
Can I
Can-
assist?
Yeah, sure. If you and Timber sort of take a minute, talk through sort of your pathing and everything, you can add Timber's survival bonus.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put my torch out because I'm tired of holding it.
Okay.
How do you put out a torch with no water?
Oh, thank God.
Like that.
What's your bonus, Timber? 31. Motherfucker.
30. What is whoa? What is the hostility? WTF?
Tell us
Whoa,
how to solve
dude!
it.
Very
Whoa!
passionate about that.
The hell, bro?
The only. This is all I have.
The heck in hell, bro?
31!
31.
Okay.
Just give
So-
us the answer to the puzzle then.
No, that's not how things work. So no,
31?
I don't give a fork. Okay. Okay. So, with that, you both sort of talk through it, and it's very, very clear that like there's no differ there's no sort of differ in levels. There's no curves to this through this sort of small tunnel. They should just be connected to the same exact room. And so you especially are baffled at the fact that you didn't detect any specific magic on it, meaning it's either not magical or something way out of your league.
Mm-hmm.
You also, I'll say with that, you sort of remember the like smaller details for the rooms, and it feels like this is the same room, and somehow the central what was it called?
Dais.
The Central Deus is, I guess it's not really the same room. It's different rooms within the same place. Yeah. and this is exactly what Zoria is feeling, sort of thinking about this. This does not have a clear answer to it. This is not something that makes sense in any of your brains. But I will say, you have only noticed it change 2 times before it changed back to what felt more like the first room that you entered. So the best that you can gather is that for this, at least, especially this pathway, it has a total of 3 different versions of 3 different rooms within this space. And the best that you can sort of discern is that it at the very least changes when you walk through this tunnel. It could be any time you come into the room, it's just a different room. But essentially,
like different rooms, like dimensionally stacked.
that is the best thing that Zori and Timber could. That is the closest comparison that they could draw. But Zori did not detect any magic, any specific magic that you were walking through or anything like that. So it could be the room physically changing, although none of you have heard anything, any sort of mechanical scrapes or anything like that.
There hasn't.
But I will say, through the times you've been walking, it seems like there were 3 different versions of the room that changed each time you all entered through the archway. It seems to change, but there was only 3 different versions, or two different versions before you came back into the room that you entered the first time. And for all you know, the other chambers could work the same way. But I'll say just with a survival check and thinking about your pathing and sort of walking through the tunnel, that is what you can discern with a 31, with the 2 of you working together.
So maybe we don't even worry about the duplicate rooms, and we just go back to the original 3 OAD.
Okay. But that's still, I still feel like we need to explore more tunnels because I don't think that this puzzle is complete. I don't think it's just OAD. What do you guys think?
I could ask Timora.
Could you?
That's a great idea. Why haven't we done that before? Yes.
I've got divination prepped.
Oh, divination. I was like, can you? What?
I mean, technically, any time I could just be like, "Hey, Timora, what should I do?" And
I like
in
that hat,
theory,
Joe.
she would hear it, but who knows?
Listen, gods have a lot of crap going on.
Listen, I know, but I have a spell.
God spotted. God vacation.
Okay. So, are you gonna sit down and cast divination?
Yes.
This takes 10 minutes, right? Oh, it only takes an action.
It only takes an action, but if everyone's cool with it, I'll cast it ritually, so I don't have to use a 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Fine, 10 minutes.
Okay. Is anybody gonna do anything else during these 10 minutes, or are you all just gonna wait in this room with Zoria?
Just wait.
Just wait and have a snack.
Okay. Well, I don't
Pocket
think any of you have used anything, but I guess it's only 10 minutes. Never mind. I was gonna say you could take a short rest, but no, you can't.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Actually, can I summon my Echo and just man it to go into different rooms?
Oh, yes!
You could.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna do that.
No?
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Like, why haven't we done that yet? Can the rooms exist simultaneously?
That's what but I don't want to split our team up to
Exactly.
find out. Let's use the Echo.
The Echo is the perfect way to find that out.
Yeah.
I'm Echo summon, and I just split into 2.
Okay, just. You still do not have dark vision within your Echo. So.
No, but I believe you did say that whenever I want to use the weapon, doesn't it manifest into that hand?
I don't know. The Echo's rules are so wishy-washy in the book. I don't understand how they actually
Is
work.
Is he allowed to pick something physical up?
See, that's the thing. I think, but I don't know. So
It's a
I'm just
torch?
gonna make a judgment call. You can have him carry a torch, or you can
Okay,
have him
that's what I
carry
was-
your physical sword, sword, but you would have to have it leave.
Nope.
Okay.
We'll use the sword. Or not
Okay.
sword, not the torch.
Okay,
Torch
so
sword.
Pyra has spent this entire time like trying to put it out, but it's a torch made to sustain light. So like she's kicking it, and it's still just like almost catching her shoe on fire, because there's no water to actually put it out. So I'll say,
I will just.
yeah, Pyra the Echo just walks over, picks up the torch out of your hand.
Okay.
Okay, so you all are staying in this room, which didn't have the
pawn.
the pawn. There's no pawn. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So Urbos, where are you gonna send your Echo?
Oh, sorry, I was running around the room. We'll go
Back out
this
the way we
way.
came. Oh no, that way? Okay.
Do you come this way or do you come this way? Right here.
Wait. Well, you all just came through this tunnel. These are the two tunnels that seem like they should be connected through the tunnel that you go through, but end up not.
Why don't you try one of these other tunnels we haven't gone through, like one of those ones, like one of this, or one of this.
Let's enter this way.
Try one of those. Maybe it leads to A or O.
All right.
We'll
So
go this one.
you're gonna go out this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Echo holding the torch, Urobo standing in the wall, transferring your consciousness. You walk for some time. It's a little bit longer of a tunnel, but still within your Echo's range. And you come to. You can either continue to go straight, or there's a branch off to the right.
Keep going straight.
Keep going
Just straight ahead. Yeah, just
Oh.
straight ahead.
Go straight ahead. You turn the corner, and you see an archway into a room.
I will go into 7.
You enter the room, and you see Urbos, make a intelligence check for me real quick.
That's just me.
I will say, you come into the room, the ceiling still has writing, and it is still alight. This entire room is lit in this lavender light. The dais is not pressed down in the floor, though. It is raised up a few inches.
What did you roll?
What did you roll?
Good number. A good number.
The
Technically, it's not.
A natural
Kraken.
20.
Yes.
Is your intelligence 0?
It is.
Okay, but it's not a negative. It's your wisdom that's a negative. Got to remember that. So Urbos, I'll say you've actually been paying pretty close attention. This sentence does look like the second sentence that Orladar read for you all. The one about two opposites that cannot exist together. But this Central Deus has the rune that looks like what you think you remember to be the rune for the letter O. You use the echo to push?
Yes.
Alright. It lights up.
Anything else happened in their room?
You all are just waiting there. Urbos has been gone for probably coming up on the 10 minutes that Zori is finishing casting her spell. So he's been walking for about 10 minutes. And Urbos, I will say, this is about the threshold of your echo. You can't go any farther outside of this room.
Then head back and take that. You said it was a right turn?
Yes. If you go, you can go back and come a little closer, and you take a right turn. As you're walking, you feel. Actually, it's an interesting effect, Urbos. You sort of you have grown this connection with this echo of yourself from some fading, distant timeline, and you can feel the threshold of how far it can be away from you while you're trying to do this and see through its eyes. You're not quite there. You're getting close, but you're not quite to the threshold when you just can't move it any further. You feel like if you continue to try and move it, something will dissipate. You feel this sort of thin veil of a wall in front of you that is still just ever so slightly before your 1,000-foot range should be.
It's more like a mental barrier rather than a physical magical barrier.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's no physical barrier for you. The tunnel just leads on. Just within your Echo's vision, and it's not even really a sight thing. You can't really see anything. You just feel this energy. You head back to the tunnel? Okay. So, while Urbos is controlling his Echo and dungeon diving, Zoria, you go ahead and take 10 minutes to cast your spell. What is the spell again?
Divination. So, I can just straight up ask. What is the best way to find the object and accomplish the goal that Velfi has given us?
Okay, hold on.
I'm asking Timora, who
I
I,
know.
have a close personal relationship with.
Whoa, this spell is so much! Jesus freaking Christ. Okay, so you do need incense and a sacrificial offering worth 25 gold pieces.
Oh, yes, I do.
Do you have that?
I do have incense, and let me find a sacrificial offering for you.
So,
please hold.
It's or. Oh, no, it is and.
It's and, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, yes. So you have magical incense specifically
Yes,
for
I
this
do.
casting. Okay, so make sure to mark off 25 gold pieces worth of it. And yes, what specific offering do you give to Timora?
Timora is very mischievous and random.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to present her with that little dragon statue that looks like Orladar and a steel mirror.
Together worth it. Oh, together worth at least 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
Okay, so how much does how much? So are you offering both of those things?
Yes.
Okay, so how much do both of those equate to in gold piece?
If I remember correctly, the Orladar-like figurine was around 20 gold, because I remember it was kind of weirdly expensive, but it looked like Orladar, so I bought it anyway.
Okay, I'll say yeah, because it was from like a fancy toy shop
Yeah,
in
exactly.
in the Castle Ward, I think.
Yes, and then a steel mirror is worth 5 gold.
Okay, well, I'll say you don't have to offer the steel mirror because it's the incense and the offering that equate to 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
So go ahead and only mark off 5 gold worth of your magical incense
Right.
instead of 25. You mark off 5 gold of your magical incense, 20 gold for the toy
Yes.
as a sacrificial offering. Okay, so Zoria, you close your eyes. You all are watching this as Zoria is sort of setting up these incenses around her. This incense around her, sort of lighting it. Smoke starting to fill the air. She takes out of a pack this little toy of Orladar.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, is this the first time Orladar's seeing it, or did Orladar know you have it?
This is 100%.
Yeah, no, I don't think you've ever told you. So Orladar, Zoria's setting up this kind of weird ritual, and she reaches into a pocket. She takes out a little dragonborn figurine that you look over, and you're like, that looks weirdly like me. And Zoria's like, and sets it down in front of her as she takes a knee.
I'm gonna choose to be flattered by this.
Zoria has a voodoo doll.
Yes, precisely.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. What was your question again?
Oh gosh, I want to.
Actually, sorry. Let me sort of describe the scene first, as you're asking this. My bad. Okay, so Zoria, take a minute. You begin your chanting. You just begin your sort of calm chanting through the words of the spell.
Murmuring in Celestial.
Murmuring in Celestial. As the incense is filling the air around you. You all are watching as the smoke of this incense, it starts like normal smoke, but quickly as Zoria closes her eyes and starts to murmur the casting of the spell, it becomes like mechanical. The smoke starts sort of rising in spiraling circles around Zoria, just creating perfect circles up to the ceiling. Around Zoria, her hair sort of starts to lift up off her shoulders and emit a faint golden glow.
Awesome.
And as Zoria is just sort of whispering under her breath, Zoria, close your eyes. You're casting the spell. Suddenly, you hear, you feel a presence in front of you. As you open your eyes, Tymora kneels down in front of you, just exactly like you are, and picks up the little little figurine. Orladar, Timber, and Pyra, if you three are in here, Zoria just keeps her eyes closed this entire time, the incense rising around her, and Zoria doesn't know this, but at this moment, as Tymora picks it up, you all don't see anything except you see the small toy just erupt into flames. Except it doesn't look like a natural flame. It's very yellow and golden flames that sort of end with a spark in the air in front of Zoria, and it's gone.
I think I was just consumed.
Zoria, you open your eyes and you see the visage of your goddess in front of you, holding the little trinket, sort of cocking an eyebrow. This is fun. When did you get this?
A little toy shop in Waterdeep. It looked a lot like Orladar, so...
She holds it up, and you look around, and you can see your friend still there.
Okay.
Orladar is looking very shocked, aghast, sort of staring at where Tymora is sitting.
Mm-hmm.
But then they sort of go back and almost pay it no more mind than you think they should to a goddess sitting in the middle of a room.
Wait. But also, didn't one of you guys just say hi, Tymora? Did you actually say that in game?
Oh, Timber, did you actually say that? Timber?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did actually say that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You guys lagged out, and I just caught up.
Oh no. But yes, so you hear that, and you see Timber just sort of look into the, just sort of look up and not where you see Tymora sitting.
Yeah.
But Tymora just gives a little chuckle. Interesting. I think I'll hold on to this. She holds it up sort of in front of Orladar and turns her head. I almost had her put it in her coat, but she just sort of waves a finger and it just goes into the air. Yes, my dear.
We are having a rough time, and I was wondering if you could provide some assistance.
Indeed you are. I don't like this place.
We don't either. Not even a little bit so far.
Well, I believe you have one question?
Yes. What is the best course of action to take to find the object and complete the objective that Velfi has told us to do?
Well, you're not gonna like this, but it seems to me like you have to solve a puzzle. Probably start with those riddles overhead. I feel like if you figure those out, might lead you to an answer on the floors in front of us.
Can you help?
But be very careful about the order in which you do things, including going into these tunnels. I think you all have already figured out one of their fun quirks.
What was that?
I know what that was. Sounded like probably something outside.
Okay.
But yes, I think start with the riddles overhead. And work on figuring out those answers first. And then hopefully you should be able to use those to... How should I say this? Should be able to use the buttons as they were to hopefully open something. That's all I can figure out. There's something shrouding this place.
I can't even detect it.
It's even hard for me to tell what it is.
Well, thanks.
I hope I could be of some help.
That does help a little bit. It gives us an order to do things in at least.
Listen, dear. You have to accomplish your own... solve your own puzzles to be able to grow. I believe in you. And she sort of lifts up your chin. Chin up. And you can lead these bozos through anything.
That's right.
Ta-ta. She sort of just kind of just disappears before your eyes, and you all see the incense stops burning, the smoke sort of dissipates, and Zoria opens her eyes, hair back down on her shoulders.
So that was a tiny bit of help, but not a lot. Basically, we need to start by solving the ceiling riddles. And then use the buttons from there. And she said also be careful of the order in which you do things, including how you go into the tunnels, I think she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was the gist of it, at the very least. It's about this time Erebos probably gets back.
Echo has returned.
What was that?
What?
My echo has returned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you return with your echo.
Yes. I will transfer my conscience back to my mind, body,
The echo just
my
sort of
originating body.
dissipates.
Should dissipate.
What did you find, Erebos?
I found another pushy button, so I had fun doing that. Writing is what kind of. I believe it was the second. Had the same markings up on top. And on the push button, yeah, which one was on that one that time?
That one was the letter O. Just like the first time, the first room that you entered. It looked
that
like
one
the same
had
room.
Okay.
I tried taking it right, but it kind of limit. Fine limit. I can't go.
You're being very quiet and robotic-y.
It's a little hard to
I'm not
hear.
trying to be. I'm not robotic. I'm a human. I promise. I can spot all those spotlights.
I'm gonna need you to click this button here. Confirm. that you're not a
Please select
robot.
all the images with street signs. The one with the sliver of the pole that the street sign is on.
Gosh, I hate when they do that. Or it's just like barely in the corner of the picture. It's like, is it?
Does that count? See, a robot wouldn't think that that counts. Or maybe it would, and then...
Yeah.
That's how they trip you up. Anyway, what are you doing, Shield of the Coast?
Let's figure out what in the world these are.
Do we need to go find more of the puzzle? That was the real thing that I was hoping we'd learn from Timora.
I think we
Do we have all the pieces, or do we still need to go find pieces?
I don't know. She didn't give any indication of that, did she?
I will say she didn't give any indication of you needing anything other than what you already have.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, then let's work with what we've got.
Yeah, I'll just say.
I'll say you get that
Okay.
you get that from the spell.
Okay.
And from that short conversation with Timora.
Okay.
I'll say she was sort of talking very calmly, and the way she said you should start with answering the questions that that are asked of you from the ceilings. She said that as if those were the only things you would have to answer.
Okay. Cool.
Be like with that spell, you feel like she would have told you. She sort of laid out a pretty clear order to do things, and you feel like she would have told you first you have to find something before you can start doing anything else.
Okay. So I think we have all the pieces we need, at least
cool spell.
for now. Huh?
I said that's a pretty cool spell. 4th level too.
Yeah. So let's figure out some answers here. I mean, they've got to be connected either to each other or to the letters in some way.
Well, let's solve the riddles.
Yeah.
So, O is death, right? Some try to hide, some try to cheat death, but time will show we always will meet death.
Maybe. I think
The next one,
Yeah.
Were you
I
gonna
think it
say
might
something else, Orladar?
yeah.
No, I think that one sounds like death.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
Okay, and then the one with the letter A.
Two
Yeah.
opposites that cannot exist together, yet one cannot live without the other, from contractions and gizmos to life and death, and even the torch in your very hand. One takes, one gives. I am the latter. So what is the one that gives? Life?
So could be life and death, those opposites.
Are there any
I also wrote air. I don't know why. I was thinking that something like that, air, wind. And then I was thinking light and dark. To life and death, and even the touch, the torch in your very hand.
Is there any sort of religion-based connection there that I could draw? Just in that
second
yeah,
one?
that one just sounds like it could have something to do with some gods that had some weird relationships going on.
or some-
I'll say it's fairly it's pretty easy for you to just sort of discern that. I mean, just thinking through of what you know, this isn't specific enough. This doesn't seem specific enough to be referencing something in particular like that.
Okay.
What time?
Can I do maybe a history check or something? Is there anything that sounds like in any of these puzzles, any lore or legend? It just seems so old. And then the third one, you either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread. I also wrote death for that one with a question.
I think the end. Sometimes you're excited for the end. Other times you don't want the end.
I mean, on a similar note, I wrote down the future.
Oh,
That too.
that's good.
Future's really good.
Death, future, the end. The middle one seems the hardest. It's the longest. It is the it's, to me, that one feels like it's 3 separate puzzles.
So two
you
opposites
repeat
that
it real
cannot
quick?
exist together. Life and death. Is that what we've decided for that?
Yeah,
Or do you
one
think
cannot live without the other.
Well, it says but life and death in the actual poem or
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
so it can't be
Answer,
life
it
and
says
death.
that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just like breaking it down
Oh,
piece
okay.
by piece.
Time.
So two opposites that cannot exist together. Yeah, one cannot live
Fire
with
and water,
fire
hot and cold.
Light and dark.
Light and dark was the
Yeah,
first
light
thought
and
that
dark
I
is
had.
what I had for
good
that.
and evil.
This is fun.
Aiden and being nice.
I love this. That's me. You know what? The party just lost their inspiration. Good job, John.
No, as a DM, okay, as a DM, you can be kind of cruel.
So slow.
I gave
As a
you all riddles to
As a
figure
friend,
out.
you're amazing.
What else am I
Riddles.
supposed to do as a DM? What?
Brain this big. Aiden Brinwell DM is this big. It's not fair.
We would rather. Some of us would just like to smash things. Thank you.
You just got to do that the last 2-3 sessions in a row.
Rock.
Well, the
Smash.
last session, to be fair.
True,
A
that's
lot
all
of
we
A
it
door,
was
a door
smashed.
smashed you.
No, we had a puzzle too. We smashed and had a puzzle.
Exactly.
Very painful.
So, of all of these pairs of things, what are the ones that give?
I think that if perhaps all three of the rooms are connected, and we've determined that one of the rooms is death and the other one is the future, perhaps this is like birth or something, or like new life.
Yeah?
Distance, yeah.
One gives, I am the latter. Or like, I was thinking like, out of like plants and growing, but I don't know if that's anything.
Circle of life.
So growth, maybe.
What's the opposite of growth?
I don't know,
Dead.
but the line that says from contraptions and gizmos, that's what's got me
Yeah,
perplexed.
because that means it's
That does not fit.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
creation and destruction. Creation and destruction.
Yes. I think it is creation and destruction.
That's good. Yeah.
yeah, that one's the most promising one I've heard.
Yeah, I think because the torch it creates light and destroys the fuel. Contraptions and gizmos. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Life and death. Life is creation. Death is destruction. That's the best
Yeah.
that I've been able to figure out.
That's really good.
I hear your heavy breathing over there.
Now, do
But we
you-
still
like it.
Time
I
Mora
don't like
said
it
we
when
have
the DM laughs at us.
Nah, I don't like that.
Time Mora said we have to do something with the buttons.
Yeah.
I would like to imagine it's just the alphabet. Like, what comes first? You click that one.
That's what I was thinking.
Then
Then
that's
should we
What's
go
the
back?
abyssal alphabet?
A
Comes
D
first in that
O.
one.
Should we go back to the
Adios.
original 3 rooms and not worry about the other ones that keep fucking with us?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that spells adios. And I am an S. No. Adios.
That was a perfect mic cut right there. Your microphone just censored you, Mom.
Good.
That was amazing. Adios, mother.
Okay. Oh my god.
My brain's
My brain, I got nothing. I don't know.
Well, we know we have to do something with the buttons too. I feel like we figured out the 3 riddles, right? Because it's only O, A, and D. So 3 riddles. We've already got the riddles. Let's maybe go back to the 3 original rooms. Try holding down the buttons. In the correct order, though. What comes in correct order? Creation. Creation, death, and the afterlife?
So what the other
Sure.
one is the afterlife?
Yeah, future.
yeah, but
What comes
Oh,
after death?
future?
Afterlife. Sometimes you're excited for it, sometimes you dread it.
Maybe?
Heaven and hell. type deal.
So maybe the second one comes first, the creation and destruction, the two opposites that cannot exist together. So do we think that's the first one?
So yeah, because I am the latter, so it would be creation. So I think it would go creation, then death, then afterlife.
Yeah. So, so.
So press
but
down the
that
button for
structure
creation.
would be that order would be A, O, then D.
B, right.
Okay, so try that. Press down the buttons A first. Someone needs to hold it down though.
Oh god.
Then O, and then D.
So,
That means we have to split the party.
Yeah. Okay, so what if we split it up by we all go together to one room, and then we leave one or two people, and then we all go to the other rooms we need to go to, and we leave trails of people, and then the main group comes back to pick everybody else up. No one wanders to any room unless you're the group getting everybody else.
Hey, where's the pawn that you left in that room?
It's gone.
Exactly.
It's gone.
Yeah,
What happens if we leave one of us in one of these rooms and then we go back and they're gone because these rooms are stacked like in multiple dimensions?
I don't know if the ones behind us are. I think the ones that were ahead of us were. But I don't think the ones behind us were.
Did it leave anything behind?
No, we didn't leave anything behind us.
I mean, on the wall.
Pyra's writing stayed on the wall.
Yeah.
The pawn left.
The
Yeah,
pawn
but
was not there when we came back.
Those are separate rooms, though. The pawn was
Gloria, did you sense any magic in that room?
No.
What about in the hallway leading up to the room?
No, right?
Nothing else other than the light coming from the gems.
Just the light. That's it.
I think we need to retrace our steps, guys. Honestly.
Yeah.
What room is this, by the way? This one is the one with the...
I don't fucking know anymore.
It has you either look forward to me out of excitement or desperately wish to prevent me out of dread on the ceiling, still a light, filling the room with the lavender light, and the platform has the rune for D on it.
Okay, so this one's the afterlife room.
And there's no wooden pawn.
I'm gonna send my echo back to the other room that we recall having the same letter, D.
Through this one?
Yes.
The original D.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. Is this where we're heading?
No, just Erebos' echo. I'll just send it original echo.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Still holding the torch?
Yes.
I'm assuming? Okay. So Erebos, you push your echo through, take the left, take another left, and you come into a very similar room. You do not see your compatriots, but you do see a tiny little wooden pawn sitting on the floor next to the platform that has the rune for the letter D on it.
This is
and that's where we'll end tonight's session. With that.
Oh, really? I thought you were joking.
Really?
I mean, you all seem pretty stumped.
Maybe it's.
Well, I thought we were gonna do the creation, death, and afterlife thing. I thought we were going somewhere with that.
If we are wrong, we're dead. Isn't that what Timora said?
That's
basically?
what life is. Sometimes you
What
make
she
wrong
said.
choices.
No.
That's brilliant. If we do one thing wrong, we're gonna die.
That is a
It's
very
the telephone game.
Orladar thing to
I
say.
got it.
It's the
What?
telephone.
No.
It's 100% the telephone game. You best be careful. You best be careful what you do,
order?
Orladar. She said we're gonna die. This is the end of the line.
The order is important.
Mm-hmm.
The order.
Oh god.
Erebos, the first room that your echo walked into, the script on the wall was the same as in the third room, and it had the letter D, right?
The one that Urobo's echo is standing in right now.
The first.
Urobos,
the
I
first-
believe you can still speak. So Urobos, you can say like, "This is fuck," and you all
Yeah.
and Urobos just standing there exclaims that. But Urobos
Why?
cannot hear you, Timber.
Yes.
Urobos is seeing
But-
and hearing through his
No,
echo.
I'm sorry. I thought the out of game, out of character. The
Oh.
first room that your echo walked into.
No, that was the one that had an O on the dais, and it had the
I
like
guess we're still
creation
going, that's fine.
poem. The two opposites that cannot exist together.
Okay.
That was-
Okay.
And it had an O instead of
and
an
that,
A.
and that was when he went through this archway.
Right. And then this time he's now back into room 6 where the wooden pawn is.
Yep.
And there's a D on the platform.
But he
and
hasn't
it
told you
says,
any of this.
"Either look forward." No, I know. That was just out of game. I'm just making sure my
Mhm.
notes are accurate.
Urbos, are you doing anything else? Are you dropping the echo? Are you trying to bring it back?
Oh, are we still playing?
Are we? You guys seemed like you didn't want to end. Is everybody ready to end here?
I don't know.
I don't feel like we'd make much progress if we continue.
Yeah, maybe we need a
'Cause
brain break.
I figured you guys might need a brain break.
We need to mull it over.
The way you all are talking and
I think
the way all of your
yes.
voices sounds like you're all pretty tired.
Okay.
I am very tired.
I am also very tired.
I can very clearly tell.
I'm sorry. It's 2 hours past my bedtime.
Maybe
So
we should call it for tonight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call it there. You all just kept talking, so and I was like, all right, I guess we're still playing. 'Cause
I think we should still
a cou-
talk about
a
it.
a couple of you all should definitely don't like use this time to sort of mull over the questions. Maybe like think on it on your like by yourselves, but no too deep metagaming.
We got a group chat
up here.
just for this.
Don't y'all go be cheating or anything. Also, I
Hey.
swear,
No,
I
actually,
swear to
look it up.
goodness, if I find out any of you type these riddles into Google or something to try and
You
figure
know
it out,
what?
I swear to
Oh, okay.
goodness.
I didn't even
I wouldn't
think
even
about
think
that.
about
I
that.
wouldn't. I
Probably
don't.
Lord of the Rings or something.
About that, and then you just put it in our minds.
Oh no, don't worry. None of these are from Google. I like.
You're just full.
Okay.
I would never even think of that.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us for tonight's episode of SOTC.
Yeah,
God.
still on the air.
Thank you so much. If you enjoyed, make sure to follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/nevrent, Nevrent, or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you have notifications on so you know when the newest episodes go live or are uploaded. We will be back next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, right, everybody?
Yeehaw!
All right.
Yeah.
We play every Wednesday night, and the new episode is uploaded to YouTube every Sunday. So thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.